not be available and may be subject to change.
The stretch by Cannon. Here comes the pitch. Got it swinging. Ball game over.
High fly ball to right field. He got every stitch of that one.
He struck him out swinging. A complete game victory for Joseph Gonzalez, and Auburn wins the series. Got him swinging with a fastball. He strikes out the side. Nice job, Zach.
Fly ball, right field, into the night sky. It's gone into the trees.
Gone. How about Chris Stanton's going to score? Auburn wins.
And they're not fooling around in Madison tonight. Auburn and Troy set to get underway. Here's the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
Troy 12-5 on the season. Cole Myers will lead it off. He's the center fielder. Left-hand hitter against the right-hander, Connor McBride. And the pitch. Swing on a foul back. Aggressive cut on the first pitch of the ball game.
McBride 2-0 in 3 starts, a 2.63 earned run average. 13 2/3 innings, 11 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 13 strikeouts. Teams are hitting .220 off of Connor McBride.
No balls and a strike to Myers, batting .391, 7 homers, 12 runs batted in, 9 stolen bases. 0-1 pitch misses high and outside, a ball and a strike. Crowd continues to gather at Toyota Field on a beautiful night for baseball. McBride the stretch in the 1-1. Misses low. First pitch weather forecast tonight brought to you by Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Flavor for every vibe. Celebrate responsibly. 69 degrees at game time. Wind out of the south at 8 miles per hour. Mostly clear currently in Madison. 2 balls and a strike to Myers. He swings and lifts it up the left side and out of play.
Myers was one of 10 players nationally last year with 13 home runs or more and 20 or more stolen bases.
ID.
Nice mix of power and speed.
2 balls and 2 strikes to the starting center fielder for the Troy Trojans. Connor McBride comes set. And the pitch on the way. Fastball, he left it high and outside.
Defense behind Connor. Mainers in left, Stanfield in center, Irish in right. Third to first, Miller, Green, Fabian, and McMurray.
We'll get you an ID after this at bat by Cole Myers. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count. McBride pitches and misses outside to Myers. A leadoff walk for Myers as we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Here's Ethan Cavanaugh, the second baseman, batting a team-high .444, a couple homers, 16 runs batted in. Myers, a runner at first.
That's his 19th walk drawn this year, more than anybody else on the team.
Pitch on the way to Cavanaugh. Drops in for strike 1. The umpires, Adam Clark behind the plate, Brian Hale at first, William Wilbanks at second, and Danny Cricks down at third. A runner at first, a leadoff walk for Troy. Stretch by McBride in the pitch. Cavanaugh up the middle to the shortstop. Flips to the second base bag for 1 to first. It's a 6-4-3 double play. Green to Fabian to McMurray.
Green, the almost everyday second baseman last year, was the middleman in a lot of double plays. Gets his 5th start of the season tonight. It's at short. He and Fabian worked well to turn that one.
2 down now for Will Butcher, the first baseman, who comes to the plate with nobody on. Butcher batting .387, 6 homers, 33 runs batted in. McBride pitches. Butcher fouls it back here.
This is a large young man.
Yes, it is. 33 runs batted in through the first 17 games. He leads the country in that stat.
6'2", 230, and every bit of it.
Here's the 0-1. Took something off of that, missed a little bit outside. Among his big games already this season, he has a 9 RBI game and a 6 RBI game.
Yeah.
Count is even, a ball and a strike to Butcher. McBride stretches and pitches. Ooh, good pitch on the inside corner. A ball and 2 strikes to Butcher.
McBride's landing the off-speed pitches for called strikes here in the first inning. It's a good sign.
He's ahead of Butcher, a ball and 2. Third baseman Gavin Miller guards the line as the 1-2 comes home. It bounces up there. It's blocked by Carter Wright. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Second straight start behind the dish for Wright, with Pierce out of the lineup. Ike Irish in right for a second straight game. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Butcher. 2 down in the inning. The pitch went after a high fastball and fouled it. Back and out of play.
It's a really interesting configuration here at the ballpark. There's virtually no backstop. It's just a net. The backstop amounts to a curb. So if you sit on the front row of seats behind home plate, there's no barrier in front of you except the net.
Another 2-2. Missed upstairs. Count is full. You can also get a foul ball land in your lap on that first row, because the netting stops at the top. It does not go back. So be ready.
We have to be ready also.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Could be dangerous. Full count to Butcher. Stretching the pitch. Foul tip. He got a piece of it. Yeah, I think it's the same configuration, Brad, at Georgia Tech behind home plate. There's not a brick facade or something of that nature.
Yeah.
Count is full to Butcher. The pitch. Fly ball into deep right center field. At the wall, and that is gone. Butcher homers for the 7th time this season, and Troy leads 1-0. He fought off 2 two-strike pitches, got 1 to his liking, and drives in his 34th run of the season.
Well, McBride did a good job to get ahead in the count, but that's just a battle that Butcher won. As you mentioned, he fouled off a couple of really good pitches, a fastball and an off-speed pitch, and then gave that one a ride just over the right center field wall. Cleared it by just a few feet.
Here's Brooks Bryan, the DH, left-handed hitter. Troy on top 1-0. 2 down in the inning. First pitch hits it.
So far, the biggest play of the inning is the double play. Kept Butcher's homer from being a 2-run shot. McBride trying to settle in here in a new place.
Bryant at first does not have a stolen base attempt this season. Here's Tremaine Cobb Jr., the shortstop. Stretch and pitch. Foul tip back to the backstop. 304 the average, a homer. 11 runs batted in for Cobb.
They call Butcher the meat man, understandably.
Sure.
And that's the 2nd home run that McBride has given up this year.
Stretch in the 0-1. Just missed the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike to Cobb. A leadoff walk to Myers. He raced in a double play ball off the bat of Cavanaugh. Butcher worked a 3-2 count, fouled off 2 pitches, and then hit one over the right center field wall for a 1-0 lead. On the next pitch, Bryan was hit. He's at first. 1-1 the count currently to Cobb. The pitch is low and away.
The 2nd batter that McBride has hit this year. And the walk that he issued earlier was just his 3rd of the season.
Connor comes set. Here's the pitch. Strike call on the outside edge, 2-2.
His last 2 starts have been good starts. He's gotten the win against Samford and Air Force, 5 innings in each of those 2 outings. Against Air Force Wednesday, 2 runs on 7 hits, 4 strikeouts.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Cobb. Stretch in the pitch. The runner goes. Popped up. Foul and out of play back here.
One more note on McBride. The pitch count has been elevated slightly each of the first 3 times out. 59 in his debut, 63 in start number 2, and 70 against Air Force.
And we expect the same thing from the Troy starter here tonight as well. A lot of room behind home plate here, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
Well, Brian was off with the last pitch. Will he go on this 2-2 pitch? He does not. Chopper 2, Kaden Green. Charges, fields, and throws. On the mark, and the inning comes to a close. A run on the homer by Butcher. No errors, a man left for Troy. Tigers come to the plate in the bottom half of the first, and this is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
John Mengel, describe that night, because you didn't realize really you'd scored 60?
No. If it went a runaway game, I probably wouldn't have had 60. I mean, once we got up 20 plus points, you know, nobody was really guarding anybody, you know, as much as they might. I think CM tried to get some guys to hurt me, but, you know. So it was a little easier, I think, back then than it would be now. And I'll be honest with you, probably anybody who can do that today is gone. After their freshman or sophomore year, they're gone, you know. So you say about the record being, that's, you know, it's probably why it has lasted that long.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
Troy gets a run on a solo homer from Will Butcher in the top of the first inning. Now the Tigers get their first look at Garrett Gaines. The defense for the Trojans: Shane Lewis in left, Cole Myers in center, Mikey Bello in right. Along the infield, it's Peyton Watts at third, Tremaine Cobb at short, Ethan Cavanaugh the second baseman, Butcher is at first, Blake Sutton is the catcher, and Garrett Gaines is the pitcher. He is 6'4", 214, a redshirt junior from Cairo, Georgia. And Gaines on the season, 3 starts, 1-0 record, a 1.69 earned run average, 5 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, only 1 of them earned. He has walked 3 and struck out 8. Teams are hitting .273 against Garrett Gaines. Missed the entire 2023 season, recovering from Tommy John surgery. He has been on a strict pitch count each of his first 3 starts, 15, 30, 45 pitches in succession. And so we'll keep an eye on his pitch count tonight. Mason Mainers, Derek Fabian, Ike Irish, the first to face him here in the bottom of the first inning.
Auburn in the home white pinstripe uniforms tonight. Blue ball caps and bills and the orange AU across the front. Mainers leads it off, batting .383. 7 homers and 34 runs batted in. The first pitch to him misses inside for ball 1. Glad to have you with us tonight on the Auburn Sports Network. Mainers drives one into deep right center field. Back is Mikey Bello. It's off the top of the wall. Mainers digs for second base, and he's in with a leadoff double, his 4th of the season. He missed a homer by about 4 feet.
Yeah, he almost hit it in the same spot Butcher's home run landed, just a little short of that. Mainers another guy who can hit for power, and he certainly has good speed on the base paths. He jumped on the 1-0 pitch, was looking fastball, and he connected.
A leadoff double for Mainers. And here's Derek Fabian as Mainers gets a good lead at second base. Stretch in the pitch from Gaines. Fouled back here. Good cut for Fabian. Stretch and delivery. Fabian fouls it back. That was an off-speed pitch. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Five homers and 21 runs batted in for Fabian, batting .333.
One of those came last time out in the finale against Austin Peay.
Stretch. Here's the 0-2. Missed outside with the fastball. Fabian's home run in that game Sunday gave Auburn the lead for good.
Yeah.
After McMurray had doubled in the first to tie it, his home run gave Auburn the lead. Boy, it ballooned from there. 1-2, high with the fastball. Two balls and two strikes to Fabian, a leadoff double for Mainers. Stretch and delivery. Just inside and off speed, the count goes full. Correct, I said earlier that Mainers had 7 homers and over 30 runs, but he has 3 homers, 7 runs batted in. 3-2, Fabian pops it up, foul, right side. That'll get out of play behind the Auburn dugout. Tigers down the first base line tonight. Mainers gets his lead at second. Tigers trail 1-0. We're in the bottom of the first, the 3-2. Past the catcher, it's ball 4, and Mainers goes to third on the wild pitch. So a leadoff double by Mainers, who goes to third on the wild pitch, which was also ball 4. And now Fabian to first, runners at the corners, and nobody out for Auburn.
Second wild pitch of the year for Gaines. Gaines was the Friday night starter for Troy in 2022. He had 5 wins. Those were the most by a starting pitcher. 21, he started 15 games and 13 times went 5 innings or more. So before the Tommy John surgery, he was a real anchor in their rotation.
Swing and a miss by Ike Irish on the first pitch to the Auburn right fielder. Batting .311, 6 homers, 23 runs batted in.
Started him with a changeup. Caught Ike being aggressive.
Stretch and the pitch. Irish sends one into deep center field. Myers at the warning track, a step or 2 in front of it, makes the catch. Mainers tags and he will score, and this game is tied at 1. Well, that wild pitch looms big now.
Yes, it does.
Sacrifice fly by Ike Irish, who hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark. It's 400 to dead center here in Madison. Tracked down by Cole Myers there, 24th RBI of the year for Ike Irish. 1 out and a runner at first for the Tigers, and here's Gavin Miller. Throw to first, close, but Fabian is back.
Gaines last time out at Alabama, 2 unearned runs on 3 hits in 2 2/3 innings.
Stretch, a throw over again. This time Fabian back standing up. Unearned runs, yeah, that's been the it's been the problem for Troy with Gaines on the hill. Not his fault, but here's the pitch. Chopper third base side, fair ball, inside the bag. Down the left field line and off of the wall. Fabian on his way to third, he's there. It's a double for Gavin Miller. Just inside the bag, his 3rd double of the year, and the Tigers have runners at second and third with 1 out. Boy, that hugged the line to be sure.
Well, you were on the radio earlier today talking about Auburn, even back to the Hal Baird days, being a doubles team. They find the gaps and they find the corners, and that's what Gavin Miller did. Now 7 hits on the year for Gavin, 4 of them for extra bases.
Doubles by Mainers and now Miller. Mainers is home. Fabian at third after a walk. And Skylar Meade, I believe that's Skylar Meade, the head coach, is out to talk it over with his pitcher.
This can be a really dangerous lineup offensively if Auburn is having unselfish at-bats and they're dialed in. I mean, there aren't soft spots in this lineup, and you're certainly seeing it in the top half. And a guy like Gavin Miller, who is getting an opportunity to play back-to-back games, grand slam in his last at-bat, he's dialed in.
Skylar Meade's visit on the mound is broken up by the home plate umpire Adam Clark.
12 pitches, and half of those were to Fabian. I mean, Mainers jumped on the second pitch. Irish's sac fly on the second pitch, and Miller on the first pitch that he saw.
Here's Cooper McMurray with first base open. Pitch on the way to Cooper. Missed inside for ball one. Tried the inside corner. McMurray, 367 the average, 5 homers, 21 runs batted in. Boy, did he have a day Sunday. 4 for 4 with 3 doubles and a homer. The pitch. Chops it to the right side. That'll get the runner home from third. First baseman flips to Gaines, and the Tigers take a 2-1 lead. Got it in on the hands of McMurray, but with the infield playing back, Fabian scores on the play, and Miller goes to third, and the Tigers lead 2-1.
Yeah, McMurray saw the defensive alignment. He saw that they were going to be willing to give up. As he steps into the box, he's looking, and he said, all right, they're playing back. So if he pitches me inside, as long as I pull it, we're in good shape. That's a productive out.
2 outs, and here's Carter Wright, the catcher. Batting .250, no homers, and a run batted in with a stolen base. That came Sunday. 2 outs, a runner at third for the Tigers. Auburn on top now of Troy 2-1. We're in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a shot to center. Myers drifts back a couple steps and makes the catch, and the inning comes to a close. A couple runs on a couple hits for the Tigers. No errors and a man left. We're through 1 in Madison. Auburn 2, Troy 1. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
War Eagle, Butch Thompson here, and we need all of the Auburn family to join On to Victory. Your membership directly supports our student athletes on and off the field and helps us build the best team in the nation. Become a member today.
Be part of Auburn's winning team. Visit ontovictory.com.
In SEC sports, the ifs come at you every minute. What if your QB had released the ball a second earlier? What if the head coach hadn't used his last time out? What if your team goes all the way this season? If you love the tradition, if you live for the rivalry, if you can't wait each week for the absolute edge of your seat action, Regions is right there with you as the official bank of the SEC.
Regions can't help you with the ifs in sports. Regions helps you embrace the if in life.
Member FDIC.
War Eagle, Butch Thompson here, and we need all of the Auburn family to join On to Victory. Your membership directly supports our student athletes on and off the field and helps us build the best team in the nation. Become a member today.
Be part of Auburn's winning team. Visit ontovictory.com.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
We welcome you back to Toyota Field in Madison, Alabama. Along with Brad Law, I'm Andy Burcham. Glad to have you with us tonight on War Eagle Plus the Trash Pandas YouTube channel on a beautiful evening for baseball. Tigers lead it by a score of 2-1. Top of the second, Blake Sutton, Shane Lewis, and Peyton Watts to face Connor McBride, who threw 23 pitches in the first. Folks still getting to the ballpark after work. It's going to be a big, big crowd before this night's over.
And this field is in tremendous shape.
Yeah.
Well, credit to the Trash Pandas staff, the grounds crew, operations, everybody in the organization who's had a hand in getting this ballpark ready for tonight.
Blake Sutton will lead it off. First pitch from McBride. Maybe a little bit low, maybe a little bit out. A ball and no strikes. Sutton hitting .341, a couple homers and 15 runs batted in. 32 homers this season so far for Troy, including Butcher's home run in the first. Pitch popped up. Left side. In the outfield, Mainer's in. Stops, now in a step or two, and makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
This is a game that we look forward to when the schedule comes out. We immediately, all right, where's the Madison trip?
Yeah.
Where's the game to the Trash Pandas to Stadium, Toyota Field? And 2 years ago we came up here. My lasting memory from that game, in addition to an Auburn win and an exciting game, was the parking lot.
First, the pitch to Shane Lewis, batting .220. Inside, ball one.
Everybody coming in that night, it was the first time, so they were, logistics getting squared away, and everybody got to the ballpark at the same time, and just seeing the trail of lights coming in the half hour before the game started.
Swing and a miss and a fastball upstairs to Lewis. Build it and they will come.
Correct.
Kind of that last scene in Field of Dreams, right?
That's exactly what it looked like, and now everybody looks forward to this.
Yeah.
And a ton of Auburn people here tonight.
A ball and a strike to Lewis, batting .220, 3 homers, 9 runs batted in. Pitch on the way. at the knees for strike 2. And now Auburn will bring the shift in as Gavin Miller, the third baseman, now goes to typically where the second baseman is. And Derek Fabian is in shallow right field on the right side of the Auburn infield. 1-2. High with a fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
McBride looking to bounce back, have a shutdown inning. Troy's run on a solo homer in the first, but then the offense went out, gave him a lead. Like to put a 0 up.
2-2 to Lewis. McBride stretches and pitches. Lewis fouls it into the glove of the catcher. His first strikeout of the night. K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1, 2 down.
Good mix of the fastball and the off-speed pitches so far for McBride. He's landed the breaking balls for strikes and has gotten ahead more often than not, nearly 1 full time through the order.
Here's Peyton Watts, the third baseman. Left-handed hitter, stands right on top of the plate, batting .214, 2 homers, 7 runs batted in. Pitch on the way. Tried to hold up, took a strike on the outside corner. The stretch. And the 0-1 delivery. Miss low. A ball and a strike to Watts. 2 down, nobody on for Troy. Top of the second, Auburn 2, Troy 1. McBride comes set. A sigh and the pitch. Fouled off the left side, out of play. A ball and 2 strikes to Watts. Mikey Bello, the former Auburn Tiger, in the on-deck circle. 2 down, nobody on for Troy. McBride off the stretch. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing, line drive down the right field line, long run for Ike Irish, and it's a foul ball into the corner. Didn't miss extra bases by much.
No, he pulled it just a little bit there. Brian Hale right on the line, the first base umpire, made the call quickly. It did hook just foul.
Watts, 6'1", 181, a freshman from Oxford, Alabama. Got to think there's some folks from Oxford that are up to watch Watts play tonight.
Not too bad of a drive at all from Calhoun County.
Well, you would know.
I would know.
Because you're the pride of Calhoun County, as we've mentioned many, many times.
Oh, the whole county now.
1-2. Swing, fly ball into right center field. Long run, Stanfield. He's there to make the catch. That hung up just a bit.
Yeah.
And Connor McBride works a 1-2-3 second inning. Tigers to the plate, leading by a score of 2-1. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Need great gifts for your family, friends, clients, and colleagues? You have to try Buff City Soap. Their soap, oils, body butters, bath bombs, candles, wax melts, and laundry soaps are delightful. Pick from a variety of handmade goodies with plant-based ingredients that delight your skin and smell wonderful. See partywithbuff.com to schedule your party or visit buffcitysoap.com to check out their many alternatives. Try the free short-term parking at the 320 West Magnolia Avenue building in downtown Auburn and fall in love with Buff City Soap.
Fine dining meets Southern comfort at Vintage 2298, Auburn's newest fine dining restaurant and butcher shop. Chef Randall Baldwin and wife Laura present Gulf cuisine with a Southern flair, made fresh, farm to table. Enjoy lunch in the butcher shop, brunch on the weekends at Vintage 2298, where the staff raises the bar on service. Private dining and event space is also available. Experience Vintage 2298 this new year.
Glad to have you with us tonight in Madison, Alabama. Tigers up 2-1. Auburn comes to the plate in the bottom of the second. Second inning is presented by Southern Union. There's a new path to the Plains, and it runs through Southern Union State Community College. Move seamlessly to Auburn to complete a bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Southern Union and Auburn concurrently, all at Southern Union's tuition rates. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the Plains. Christian Hall, Chris Stanfield, and Kaden Green At the plate for the Tigers, the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Hall takes the first pitch from Gaines, his 17th pitch of the night. It misses low. Hall hitting .242, 4 homers, 10 runs batted in. Quickly the pitch, swing and a miss. He was out in front.
Really good changeup. Changeup was good to Irish, good to Hall, really effective early against Auburn's left-handed hitters.
Swing and a miss by Hall.
I think it was the same pitch.
Yeah, out in front, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gaines checks his wrist for the call. Shift is on the pitch to Hall. It misses high and outside. 2-2. Two pitch. Ball 3, high and outside.
He seems to be working a little more quickly this inning than last.
Full count now to Hall. Stretch and the pitch. Inside corner for strike 3. First strikeout of the night for Gaines.
Christian certainly didn't think so. I have noticed, though, from Adam Clark tonight that the low strike has been there a couple of times.
Good job by Sutton to bring it up a bit.
Yep.
Here's Chris Stanfield, the Auburn center fielder. 1 down, nobody on. Stretch and delivery. Curveball for a strike. Third baseman Watts near the line and even with the bag. The 0-1. Low with the fastball, 1-1. Have you found a velocity yet?
No.
Nor have I.
I've not seen it on the board or anywhere else.
1-1. Ground ball over the bag. Down the third baseline. Stanfield around first. Digs for second. Throw comes in. He's safe. His 4th double of the year and Auburn's 3rd of the night and the 2nd right on top of the third base bag. It went over the bag at third base.
Yeah, Watts had a play. He made a diving attempt at it, but couldn't smother it. I don't know if he got the glove on it or not. He was very, very close, but it kicked off the short part of the wall in foul territory and angled back into left field. Stanfield, too much speed. And Gaines stepped off, reset the pitch clock.
And here is Kaden Green with Stanfield at second with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Strike at the knees.
Thought Kaden might be up there to bunt in that situation, but he was not.
Kaden batting 111, looking for his first RBI. Swings and fouls it off the right side, out of play. No sign of a bunt.
No.
From Kaden Green, the number 9 hitter for Auburn tonight.
Gaines is throwing lots of strikes, and you're seeing Auburn go after him early in counts.
He's ahead of Green, no balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Upstairs with the fastball, 1-2. A 1-out double for Chris Stanfield. He's down at second. Stretch in the pitch. Green off the end of the bat in front of the plate. Catcher fields and throws to first with the bare hand. He fielded with the bare hand. He also threw with the bare hand to first in time for the out, and Stanfield goes to third on the play.
It won't go down as a sacrifice, but it does the same thing. It gets him over. So he's 90 feet away for Mason Mainers at the top of the order. And now Troy has to guard against anything here. Mainers has good speed, handles the bat well. They've got Watts a step in from the bag at third.
Everybody plays back except for Watts, the third baseman. The stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch, and he was out in front.
Off-speed to the lefties has been the best recipe for Gaines.
Mainers led off the Auburn first with a double off the wall in right center. He came home to score the first of 2 runs for the Tigers. The pitch. High with the fastball. Stanfield crept down the line and sprinted back to the third base bag. 1 ball and 1 strike to Mason Mainers. Swing and a miss. Off speed again. Out in front. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Mainers hitting .273 this season with 2 outs. He's behind in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. And the shift is on for Mason Mainers on the right side of the infield. Here's the pitch. High with the fastball. All right, the pattern has been fastball up and out, and then off-speed pitches to get swings and misses.
Yeah, if you're Mason Mainers, you're looking in and off speed here.
2-2. Ground ball first base side, it's just foul.
Oh. First couple of bounces were fair, but it didn't go over the bag fair. But that was, again, it was off speed, inner half. If you see it in, the first inclination is that it's not a fastball.
Stanfield at third, 2 down for Auburn in the bottom of the second. Tigers lead Troy 2-1. We're in Madison, Alabama at Toyota Field. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Mainers. Here comes the pitch. Missed low with the fastball. Count goes full. Three doubles already for Auburn in the game, including Stanfield's 4th double of the year. He's at third with 2 down. Now the 3-2. Missed inside. Just missed inside. Troy was on the way to the dugout.
Yeah.
And they would, I mean, that wasn't like put on air. They thought that was strike 3 and didn't get the call. They all looked up and they were surprised.
Yeah. Those of you watching on War Eagle Plus get a look. It was
Inside,
in.
yeah. So a 2-out walk to Mainers. Second walk of the night by Gaines. And that brings Derek Fabian to the plate. He has been robust with 2 outs this year. He's hitting .500. He has runners at the corners. 2 down for the Tigers. He walked and scored in the first. Pitch to Derek. Out in front, swing and a miss. Good pitch down in the strike zone from Garrett Gaines. Gaines right now at 37 pitches. Short lead for Mainers at first. The pitch. Fabian well behind a fastball that was elevated by Gaines, and he has Fabian set up, no balls and 2 strikes.
This inning, and it hasn't mattered whether he's a lefty or righty. Arm side, right side fastballs, glove side off speed.
0-2 swing and a miss. Boy, he carved up Fabian on 3 pitches, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 men left for Auburn. We're through 2 in Madison. Auburn 2, Troy 1. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
I'm Stuart Vance with the Vance Law Firm, and we're excited to be a proud partner of Auburn Athletics. This Auburn baseball season, the 3rd inning of every home game is sponsored by the Vance Law Firm. We're located right here in Central Alabama and ready to work for you. If you've been injured in a car wreck, let the Vance Law Firm get you the compensation you deserve. Call us today for a free consultation. It's as easy as dialing 3 for me. 333-3333.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
We move to the top half of the 3rd at Toyota Field. Auburn on top of Troy by a score of 2-1. We welcome you back to Toyota Field on the Auburn Sports Network, on War Eagle Plus, and the Trash Pandas YouTube channel. Glad to have you with us tonight. Tigers lead it by a score of 2-1. Mikey Bella will lead it off. He'll be followed by Cole Myers and Ethan Cavanaugh against Connor McBride, who set down the Trojans in order in the top half of the second, and a familiar face in the batter's box for Troy and Mikey Bello. Transferred from the Tigers, left-handed hitter. And the stretch from McBride, and the pitch home. Popped up on the first pitch, left side of the infield. Kaden Green takes over. Looks up into the evening sky and makes the catch.
Mikey has trimmed up a little bit, and good to see him, and good to see everybody watching on War Eagle Plus.
With Brad Law, I'm Andy Burcham. Glad to have you with us tonight. the Auburn Sports Network, War Eagle Plus, and the YouTube channel for the Trash Pandas. One out, top of the order. Here's Cole Myers. Walked in the first to lead off the game. The pitch from McBride. Shows bunt, takes it low and inside for ball one. McBride always works off the stretch. Now the 1-0 to Myers. In there for a strike on the change. A ball and a strike. Myers hitting .391, 7 homers, 12 runs batted in. Leadoff man also 9 of 11 in stolen bases. Stretch and delivery. Myers to the right side. That's Fabian territory. Got it in on the hands just a bit. 2 down in the inning on the ground out to the right side.
Yeah, these first two batters, location has been big for McBride, and Coach Thompson always talks about taking the sting out of the swing. He talked about it at our pregame visit tonight. Bello was underneath the first pitch he saw, and Myers was he was in on his hands, so he wasn't able to get the barrel of the bat, and as a result, you get an infield fly and a ground ball on the infield.
2 outs for Ethan Cavanaugh. Hit into a 6-4-3 double play in the first. Takes a slider that misses low and away. 6 in a row set down by McBride after the home run by Butcher, who's in the on-deck circle for Troy. 1-0, here it is. Strike call in the inside corner. A ball and a strike from Connor McBride. And like his counterpart, he's working in a hurry.
Yeah.
He's getting in a rhythm, isn't he?
Sure is. He's bounced back nicely since the hit batter following the homer.
1-1 pitch. Swing line drive to right. There is Ike Irish coming in to make the catch. Hit well, but right at the Auburn right fielder.
7-pitch inning.
3 up, 3 down for McBride and the Tigers. Auburn comes to the plate in the bottom of the third. Tigers lead it 2-1. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
I'm Stuart Vance with the Vance Law Firm, and we're excited to be a proud partner of Auburn Athletics. This Auburn baseball season, the third inning of every home game is sponsored by the Vance Law Firm. We're located right here in Central Alabama and ready to work for you. If you've been injured in a car wreck, let the Vance Law Firm get you the compensation you deserve. Call us today for a free consultation. It's as easy as dialing 3 for me. 333-3333.
With Vizzy's vibrant dual flavors, the vibe is yours to decide.
I'm thinking Vizzy Refreshingly Berry. A round of blackberry lemon at the bar?
Could be good. Maybe Vizzy Vibrantly Tropical.
You always say vibrantly tropical.
Come on, a cooler full of papaya passion fruit on the beach?
Oh yeah, that's a vibe. I'm down.
Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Flavor for every vibe. Naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Molson Coors Beverage Company. Milwaukee, Wisconsin flavored beer.
Spectacular evening for baseball in Madison, Alabama. Mid-March, 69 degrees at game time tonight. Very little wind to speak of.
It was warm on the field when the team got here, and they started getting on the field, doing a little bit of stretching, and it was downright warm. Pleasant day, pleasant night, and not a lot of empty seats here at the ballpark.
Ike Irish will lead it off for Auburn in the third. Tigers lead it 2-1. Irish with a sacrifice fly in the first. And the first pitch misses low and inside from Gaines. Third inning brought to you by the Vance Law Firm, where the phone number is easy to remember. They say dial 3 for me, 334-333-3333. Stretch in the pitch to Ike. Chopper up the first base line, a foul ball. Carl Nunemaker behind the first base coach's box for the Tigers, number 36.
He backs up a little bit when Ike is up there.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Gabe Gross just outside the third base coach's box for the Tigers. Pitch. Irish takes it high and outside.
This is a trend now. Last inning exclusively, anything to the outside part of the plate to lefties was a fastball.
2-1 pitch in there for strike 2 to Ike Irish, and now the shift is on, even more pronounced for Troy. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Auburn right fielder. Stretch in the 2-2. Irish tried to go the opposite way. There you go, Ike. Fouls it into the stands.
Fastball was high and outside. Took a crack at it. Why not? There's a lot of room out there in left to work.
Where the Tiger Terrace is at Plainsman Park, they have a patio area here. 2-2, popped it up.
Change up.
Into right. Mike Bello comes in and makes the catch. And Irish is down for the first out of the third. The changeup to the left-hand hitter has been the best pitch he's thrown to the Auburn lefties.
That's true.
Here's Gavin Miller, doubled over the third base bag back in the first inning. Stretch and the pitch to Gavin. Inside, maybe a little bit low. 1-0 the count to the Auburn third baseman.
Broke the trend there, went off-speed pitch to the inner half to the righty.
Stretch in the 1-0. Miller chops one up the middle, and it's through for a base hit. Under the glove of the diving Tremaine Cobb, and Miller is 2 for 2 tonight and halfway to this cycle. I think that's 3 straight hits now for Gavin, because his last at bat against Austin Peay on Sunday was that gargantuan grand slam down the third base or the left field line.
He's raised his batting average 64 points with his 2 at-bats here tonight.
Here's Cooper McMurray. Chopped it to the right side back in the first inning. Pitch on the way to Cooper. Misses low in the dirt, blocked by Sutton, and Miller stays at first base.
You know, there is a lot of room behind the plate here, but especially if you've just watched games at Plainsman Park this year, it looks like even more room behind the plate.
Miller will lead at first, a 1-out single. 1 ball and no strikes to McMurray, the pitch. Chopped it foul off of the facing of the Auburn dugout.
Just could not lay back on the changeup. It's a really effective pitch from Gaines.
1 ball and 1 strike to the Auburn first baseman. 5 homers and 21 runs batted in for Cooper.
This
1-1. Missed that away. Go ahead.
That's the 50th pitch now for Gaines. And we think...
And there is activity in the bullpen for Troy.
We think the 60 pitch range is about it for Gaines tonight.
2-1 pitch. McMurray sends one high to right field. Plenty of room for Mike Bello. In a few steps to make the catch, 2 outs. Cooper, I think, got a pitch to drive, but he got underneath it. 2 down. And here's Carter Wright, the Auburn catcher. Hit the ball hard in the first, but he lined it right to Cole Myers in center field. Two outs and a runner at first for Auburn in the bottom of the third. Tigers lead 2-1. All of the scoring thus far in the first inning. Stretch and pitch. Missed upstairs.
Logan Ross is in the bullpen for Troy. He's not throwing just yet.
Strike called on the inside corner. 1-1. A ball and a strike to Carter Wright. Pitch on the way. Missed out. 2 balls and a strike now to the Auburn catcher. Gavin Miller gets his lead at first. 2 down in the inning. The pitch. Wright takes a strike on a slider. 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. The pitch on the way to Wright. Miss low. And that'll give Miller an early start from first.
It's the 4th 3-ball count that Gaines has gone to here as we play in the 3rd inning.
Full count to Wright. Miller will be off with the pitch. There he goes, the pitch. Swing and fouled off the right side, out of play.
And Ross is starting to throw now in the bullpen.
Right-handed hitting, Carter Wright in the plate, or at the plate. 3-2 pitch. It missed low, a 2-out walk. Third walk surrendered by Gaines, and that may be the last pitch that he throws tonight, his 58th. As Skylar Meade, the pitching coach and the head coach, is out.
He'd only walked 3 in 5 1/3 innings of work coming in, and Auburn has drawn 3 tonight.
And we will get our first pitching change of the night. It's the Wind Creek call to the bullpen.
Hey, it's Bruce Pearl. When you find a player who's electric, what a game changer. Like the all-electric Ford F-150 Lightning truck. It's got the performance you'd expect from an F-150, plus state-of-the-art tech like intelligent backup power. So if the lights go out at your properly equipped house, you've got the power to turn them back on. Game changer. That's what I'm talking about. See your local Ford dealer to learn more about the F-150 Lightning. Available at Ford EV certified dealers only. Some models, trims, and features may not be available and may be subject to change.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
The new pitcher for Troy is Logan Ross, a senior left-hander, 6'2", 184, out of Opp. He started out at Southern Union, then made his way to Troy. Ross is 2-0 with a save in 4 appearances, 1 in relief. So 3 starts, a total of 14 2/3 innings, fourth most on the team. 16 hits, 9 runs, 5 earned, 4 walks, and 11 strikeouts. A 3.07 earned run average. He's given up 4 doubles. Teams are hitting .286 against Logan Ross. Garrett Gaines, a nice hand as he continues to make his way back from his Tommy John surgery. And it is a long road back, and he took another step tonight. 2 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 3, struck out 2, threw 1 wild pitch, gave up 3 doubles. He threw 58 pitches, 33 of them for strikes. Gaines gives way to Logan Ross.
We've got well over 2,000 watching this game tonight on War Eagle Plus. Boy, don't forget what War Eagle Plus offers, including podcasts, the Talking Tigers podcast, the flight, press conferences, all access moments in a variety of athletic sports at Auburn for both men and women, all for just $14.99 a month. Go to wareagleplus.com to sign up today. Here's Christian Hall. First pitch from Ross. And up Bobcat mixes low, 1-0 the count. Runners at first and second with 2 outs for the Tigers. Stretch and the pitch. Strike call to the left-handed hitting Hall from the left-handed pitching Logan Ross in relief of Garrett Gaines. Miller at second and Wright at first for the Tigers. Stretch in the pitch. In there for strike 2. Hall, a strikeout victim in the second. He's behind a ball and 2 strikes. The pitch to him. Swings and misses. And the inning comes to a close. No runs on a hit, no errors. 2 men left for Auburn. We're through 3 in Madison. Auburn at 2, Troy 1. As Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Ulta Beauty's semi-annual beauty event is happening now. Unleash your love for beauty with 50% off daily beauty steals on hair, skin, makeup, and fragrance. Shop your favorite brands like Tarte and Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. Plus, grab perfect hair care pairs from brands like Redken and Olaplex. And check out new arrivals from brands like Charlotte Tilbury and Dyson. Shop the Ulta Beauty semi-annual beauty event online, in-store, or try pickup today. Now through March 28th. Ulta Beauty, the possibilities are beautiful. Conditions apply.
Your gas light's on. We need to fill up.
Gas around here is too expensive.
Don't drive all over searching for the lowest prices. Just download the free Upside app and get cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying gas? I'm stopping now to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or e-gift card. Download the free Upside app now and use promo code RADIO for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up. That's promo code RADIO.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
Through 3, Auburn 2, Troy 1. And to take you through the middle 3 innings, here is Bradford T. Law.
All right, Andy, thank you very much. Connor McBride, 42 pitches, and he has retired 7 in a row. He'll face Butcher, Bryan, and Cobb. Butcher homered to right center in the first inning. And that is how Troy got its run. The Trojans have left 1 on base. The home run by Butcher, the only hit for Troy tonight. Auburn stranded 5 through the first 3 innings. Troy 12-5 coming in, and they're in the midst of a really long road swing. The Trojans played their last home game on February 28th against Kent State. They went to Northwestern State. First the pitch. It misses low, 1 ball, no strikes. Took on Alabama in a midweek a week ago. Then went to Indiana. McBride from the stretch, lifts, plants, fires, breaking ball, strike 1. And after tonight's game, they're on the road to Monroe, Louisiana. And they have a game at UAB following that. So their next home game isn't until the 22nd of this month. McBride's pitch. Downstairs. 2-1 to Butcher. Butcher now 7 homers, 34 runs driven in. Top power hitter early in the season for the Trojans. If you're watching on War Eagle Plus, you see the open stance and the pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Those on War Eagle Plus after the game tonight, check out the feature on Mason Mainers. Really remarkable young man. 2-2 pitch to Butcher. On the way. And he missed inside, and the count is full. Two to 1 Tigers, top of the 4th inning. Righty-righty matchup. McBride. Pitch clock down to 4. Down to 2. He goes to work. Fly ball down the right field line. Long run. Ike Irish still going. It will drift foul. Onto the grassy hillside in foul territory. They have a patio setting on the left side and a grassy hill on the right where tons of people are out with blankets. It's like a...
And such.
Yeah, blankets and such. We'll do it again, another 3-2 pitch. McBride deals. Off speed, missed just a little bit high. Oh, Connor's upset with himself. So that is Troy's first base runner since Brooks Bryan was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. Bryan is the batter now.
Yeah. Ooh. Boy, he didn't miss much high, that's
no,
for certain.
Just a little above
Getting
the belt.
a look at the replay.
And now Bryan, hit by a pitch, stranded at first, back in inning number 1. Stands in there from the left side, feet close together. First pitch. Misses up and out with a fastball. Kind of go through this and explain logistically one time. What you're listening to is the radio broadcast of the Auburn Sports Network over the video feed of the game, and we appreciate you tuning in however you're taking in tonight's game. The pitch is pulled on the ground right side, diving stop made by McMurray. He'll take it to the bag himself for the out of Bryan. A fine defensive play by Cooper McMurray. to get the first out. Butcher takes second on the play, but the way that was hit, he's probably at third if Cooper's not able to dive and make the stop.
That's extra bases for Bryan.
Yeah.
Where Cooper dove to stop that one. That gets probably at least to the warning track.
Yeah. Tremaine Cobb steps in after our defensive play of the game, presented by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites. Cobb steps in and takes a strike. Slider, 0-1. So if it doesn't sound like a traditional TV telecast tonight, that is why. Covering all the bases, so to speak. Now the 0-1 to Cobb. Here it is. Little tapper, left side, long run Miller, glove field, throw in time to get Tremaine Cobb. Bang, bang play at first. Skylar Meade is asking.
I don't know if there is a replay.
There is not.
Yeah, there is no video review here tonight. It was bang, bang to be sure at first base.
Yes, it was.
We will get another look at it.
Really, 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 really close.
Good play by Gavin Miller.
Yes. To field it with the glove, make the transfer and the throw, you have to be totally smooth, and he was. Butcher takes third. Now 2 are down, though, and Blake Sutton, the catcher, stands in from the left side. First pitch to him is a strike, 0-1. McBride consistently, not exclusively, but consistently getting ahead of hitters. Sutton flied out to left his first time. The 0-1. He flinched but didn't offer at it. It missed high. 1 ball, 1 strike. A solo homer in the top of the first for Troy. 2 runs in the bottom of the first for the Tigers. And that's your scoring. Here's the pitch. Sutton takes a breaking ball in there for strike 2.
Good pitch. Good location, good speed.
Yeah. Finished up on that inside corner. McBride comes set. Butcher leads from third. Here's the delivery. Upstairs with a fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A high fastball would make a pretty good setup pitch for that breaking ball again in on the hands.
Get it to the back foot.
Yeah. Right-hander McBride ready. He deals. Breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3. So McBride works around the leadoff walk. No runs for the Trojans, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base through 3 1/2. Auburn 2, Troy 1. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
As Auburn comes to the plate in the bottom of the 4th, allow us to extend our prayers, condolences to the family of Stanley Clayton Campbell, a 75 out of Opelika. He died yesterday. Born in Dadeville, went to Dadeville High School, then Auburn University, worked for 30 years at Ampex and then at Opelika Middle School. Stanley was a fixture for many years at Plainsman Park, selling programs with a smile on his face every single time. Our thoughts and prayers to the family of Stanley Campbell. His memorial service will be Friday at 11 a.m. at First Baptist Church of Opelika.
We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Chris Stanfield leads it off for the Tigers, who lead 2-1. First pitch to Chris is on the inside corner for strike one. Stanfield, a double down the left field line last time up. His fourth of the year. The sophomore from Tallahassee waits and takes. Strike two. Fastball inner half. They've worked in to open the sequence. Logan Ross plants and fires and misses down and a little bit out. 1-2. Stanfield 11 hits on the year now, almost half of them for extra bases. Make it over half of them for extra bases. There's ball two low. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the fourth inning. Stretch in the pitch from Ross. Popped up and back and out of play. Still 2-2. Conecuh Sausage is the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage, game day favorite, always great on the grill. Pick up a package at your local grocery store. Visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama, off I-65 at exit 96. 2-2. Way outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Stanfield, Green, Mainers, the first 3 against Ross. Here in the fourth, pitch to Stanfield. Swing and a miss, strike 3, got him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ross since he entered the game last inning. And before Kaden Green hits, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. We do that at the top or near the top of every hour for legal reasons for the FCC. And now Kaden Green steps in, swings and misses at the first pitch. Off speed, off the plate. 0-1 to the Auburn shortstop tonight. Cooper Weiss not available. The pitch just missed a little low, 1-1. Illness kind of been running through the team for the last week. Auburn's last 4 or 5 ball games, they've not had their full complement of players. Bobby Pierce, Cooper Weiss, both regular starters out of the lineup tonight. That one is all the way to the backstop curb, and it's 2-1. Ross ready again quickly. He fires, and he misses again all the way to the back. 3-1. Ross works even faster than Gaines. Back on the rubber off the left side. He fires. And it's hit high into the air to right field. Backing up is Bello, and sizing it up is Bello. And he makes the catch for the second out. Now the top of the order gets their first look at Logan Ross. Mainers has been aboard twice. He's walked and scored. He has also doubled. And Skylar Meade is out.
I wonder if there's something wrong with Ross.
Well, he came to greet his head coach off the mound.
And he's flexing his pitching hand. And now the athletic trainer for Troy is out.
And is not a happy look on the face of Ross. And they're calling into the dugout for something or someone else. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning in Madison, the home of the Trash Pandas.
There are occupants in the Troy bullpen, but nobody has been warming up since Ross came in. And whoever comes in to throw, if Ross is indeed taken out, will be given as much time as he needs to warm up.
And they're not throwing a pitch. They're not.
No.
They're talking logistics with the umpires. And we didn't see any sort of exaggerated movement or anything like that. But he's going to come out of the game.
Sure is. Well, I hope he's okay.
I do too. The first time that camera went to his face, though, you could tell he was very frustrated.
Yeah.
So Troy will make a pitching change here. And as Andy mentioned, he'll be given as much time as he needs to warm up. There had not been anybody throwing in the bullpen. There have been occupants down there. Ross, the first reliever of the night for the Trojans. It's 2-1 Auburn. Tigers have out hit the Trojans 4-1. Auburn has stranded 5. Troy has left 2 through the first 3 2/3 innings of this ball game.
I believe it's number 48, Grady Gorgian.
Okay.
The left-hander that's out. He's quickly throwing out there. He's yet to come into the game.
Yeah, if they're going to him, he can do that on the mound and take as long as he needs.
And I don't even think he's throwing to anyone. He just may be throwing off the wall out there.
Yeah, I think you're right. Skylar Meade coming back out. He's got a pitching background. And he is talking it over with one of the umpires near third base. I wonder if there's more than one reliever down there. Because another member of the team just ran into the bullpen. And looks like he's relaying a message to the pen. So Logan Ross, after retiring the first 3 batters that he faced, stopped, started flexing his pitching hand. Skylar Meade, the head coach, came out. They didn't throw another pitch with him, not to see what he could do or not. He was taken out of the ball game. A new pitcher is on for the Trojans, and we break away shortly here on this Talking Tigers podcast, Call to the Bullpen.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites.
Troy goes to the pen for number 48, Grady Gorgian, a redshirt junior left-hander, 6'3", 187 from Mineral Point, Wisconsin, McHenry County Junior College. I'm trying to see. I'm not sure this may be his debut this season. I don't think he has any numbers this year. Well, let me look him up.
I don't see any.
Let me look him up on their roster here so we can get a little more information on Grady Gorgian. A redshirt junior out of Wisconsin.
This is his first appearance of the year. He was injured last year. This is his first appearance since coming back from the injury. He has not pitched in a calendar year. March of a year ago.
Yeah, he threw 13 innings in 8 appearances last year with a 2.77 ERA when his injury occurred. Now, his last full year was at McHenry County College with 89 in the 3rd innings with 127 strikeouts at 2.62 ERA, 12.79 strikeouts per 9 innings. For the IC or ISCC Conference Pitcher of the Year. In the National Junior College Tournament, he had a 1.09 earned run average. So Grady Gorgian out of Mineral Point, Wisconsin is on for the Trojans.
He'll face Mason Mainers with nobody on and 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th. once he's finished warming up. Both these teams are on the road this weekend to open conference play. Troy goes to ULM, and Auburn goes to Vanderbilt.
It's a big Auburn weekend in Nashville.
It sure is. Gymnastics, basketball, baseball. Saw Bruce Pearl today before the team took off here for Huntsville. He was in good spirits. And he should be. His team's playing well.
Auburn will play either Arkansas, Vanderbilt, or South Carolina.
Yeah. Arkansas and Vanderbilt play the 12-13 game tomorrow night.
That winner gets South Carolina.
Yep.
Around 2:30 on Thursday.
That winner.
At Bridgestone Arena. That winner gets Auburn on Friday.
There you go.
Our coverage on the Auburn Sports Network begins at 2. Auburn Gymnastics in a quad meet Saturday night at 7:15 at the Nashville Municipal Auditorium with Kentucky, Ohio State, and Fisk University. And as Brad mentioned, Auburn baseball opens its Southeastern Conference season at Vanderbilt Friday night at 6. Brad has the call from Vandy starting at 5:45 right here on the Auburn Sports Network.
So Grady Gorgon. Gorgon to face Mainers. Pair of alliterative guys going at it here. Grady Gorgon and Mason Mainers. Mainers again doubled and scored in the first, and he walked in the second inning. Mainers climbs in that left-handed batter's box. Gorgon fires and misses low and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Kind of a comeback story here for Troy. Gaines coming back from Tommy John surgery in his 4th start, and now Gorgon making his first start, or his first appearance in a year. Off speed, misses into Mainers. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-1 Auburn. Bottom of the 4th. Gorgon's 2-0 pitch. Missed outside, 3-0. Derek Fabian would be next. Nobody taking their time tonight. Here's the 3-0. It's low, and Mainers draws a 4-pitch walk. You gotta think there are some nerves that Gorgon needs to work out being back out there on the mound. Here is Fabian, who walked and scored in the first inning.
It was a steady diet of off-speed pitches there that all missed to the left-hand hitter. Now, the right-hander Fabian steps in for the Tigers.
Derek 0 for 1 with a strikeout. The pitch to him is right through there for strike 1. Gorgon checks the wristband, gets the pitch call. Comes set, looks at first, looks home and delivers. And misses down and in. Ball and a strike. Would Auburn try to test the arm here of Sutton with 2 outs? Mainers has 4 steals. Pitch. Called strike, off speed. It's 1-2.
Teams are 18 of 23 stealing against Troy this year. And 14 of 17 against Sutton.
Pitch. Just missed. A little bit outside. Second baseman Cavanaugh was running to the dugout. 2-2.
Well, a lot of room out in left field.
Yeah, the left fielder Lewis is playing way around to left center. 2-2 pitch to Fabian. Fouled off. Got a piece of it. Video feed from the booth also streaming on the Auburn Tigers YouTube channel, where Carrie is watching. War Eagle from Lebanon, Tennessee, 25 miles north of Nashville. Looking forward to the Auburn family painting the Music City orange and blue. It's the pitch to Fabian. Off speed. fly down the left field line. That is hooking foul. And onto the patio.
Out in front and off the end of the bat. Still hit it.
Yeah.
Pretty well down that left field line.
I think Fabian has deceptive power. He's a strong youngster, tall. Fabian listed 6'3", 190. Two balls, two strikes. Runner at first is Mainers, 2 down. 2-1 Auburn in the fourth. There's a throw to first. And Mainers is back standing.
Right-hander Matt Mercer. He is warming up in the Troy pen.
Stretch by Gorgon, the pitch. Check swing, it didn't miss by much. He didn't go, and the count is full. Again, the Troy players several steps toward the dugout. We get another look in the booth, a little bit outside. Sutton did a good job to try and frame it. The pitch. That's outside, and it's ball 4. Gorgon has walked Mainers and Fabian with 2 outs here in the fourth. And now Ike Irish tries to cash in here. 2 outs and a 2-1 lead. Irish has put it in the air twice. A sac fly to center and a fly out to right field. First pitch. That's right through there for strike 1. Ike would like to keep the inning going and give Gavin Miller a chance to hit. Gavin's 2 for 2. Pitch to Irish. Downstairs, 1-1. Sutton is an awfully good framer. Very quick. Gorgon comes set. His 1-1 pitch is low. 2 balls and a strike.
Shift is on for Ike Irish. Shortstop, second baseman, first baseman, all on the right side of the infield. The only one on the left side is Watts, who's playing at his normal spot at third. An enormous hole on the left side of the infield for a guy that has no trouble, and Ike Irish going the opposite way. Now they're trying to pitch him inside.
Yeah.
And now the catcher out, Sutton to talk it over with Gorgon. And that bullpen continues to work for Troy. That's Matt Mercer, a right-hander that has been warming up basically since Gorgon came in and walked the first batter he saw in 4 pitches.
Well, you never know how long a guy is going to be able to go in that first outing back. So you don't know if it's 1 batter, 3.
And especially in a game that he wasn't even warmed up for.
Exactly. All right, meeting's over. 2-1 pitch. Low. 3 balls and a strike.
Ike Irish is hitting .438 with 2 outs this season. And now he has a 3-1 pitch to jump on.
The delivery. Sliced off the glove of the third baseman and into left field. Rounding third is Mainers. He will score. Fabian on his way to third. Irish on his way to second. It's an RBI double to left for Ike Irish, and it's 3-1 Tigers.
Where did he go?
He went to left.
Yes, he did. Watts tried to come up with a dandy backhand stab. He just couldn't get it. Ike Irish with his second RBI of the night. That gives him 25 on the season.
And Auburn does cash in one of the 2 walks. All of this happening with 2 outs. After Ross left the game with the apparent injury, and now Skylar Meade is out. And
got a right-hander in the pen and a right-hander at the plate.
And that right-hander in the pen is likely going to be the right-hander on the mound. Yep, the signal is given. Auburn has gone ahead 3-1. They've added a run here in the fourth. And Gavin Miller will face a new pitcher. Andy's got the numbers on the new Troy pitcher after this Ford F-150 call to the bullpen.
Hey, it's Bruce Pearl. When you find a player who's electric, what a game changer. Like the all-electric Ford F-150 Lightning truck. It's got the performance you'd expect from an F-150, plus state-of-the-art tech like intelligent backup power. So if the lights go out at your properly equipped house, you've got the power to turn them back on. Game changing, that's what I'm talking about. See your local Ford dealer to learn more about the F-150 Lightning. Available at Ford EV certified dealers only. Some models, trims, and features may not be available and may be subject to change.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait, vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Troy to the pen to number 28, Matt Mercer, listed as a right-handed pitcher and an infielder. He will be a right-handed pitcher right now. 6'4", 221, a senior from Richton, Mississippi, and Pearl River Community College. Mercer, no record, an ERA of 5.40. This will be his fourth relief appearance on the season. 3 1/3 innings, 2 runs both earned on 4 hits, a strikeout, 3 walks. He's not given up a home run, and opponents are hitting .308 against Matt Mercer. The numbers on Grady Gorgon: did not retire an out, gave up a run, it was earned on a hit, 2 walks. He is responsible for the runners at second and third. He came in with 2 outs and nobody on after Logan Ross had to leave the game with some kind of discomfort, we believe, in that pitching arm or his hand. We're not certain at this point. And he had retired 3 in a row, including Kaden Green to get the second out of the inning. And he had to come out, and Gorgon came in making his first appearance in a Troy uniform. He walked Mainers on 4 pitches, walked Fabian on a 3-2 pitch, and then on a 3-1 pitch to the left-handed hitting Ike Irish. Ike doubled off the glove of the third baseman into left field to score a run. Tigers lead it 3-1, and Gavin Miller comes to the plate with 2 outs and 2 on for Auburn.
Miller will be looking heavy fastball here from Mercer against right-handers. Fastballs with the occasional slider. As Troy goes to the bullpen, Pepper Tree presents fresh meat. For a new level of taste, Tiger fans know it's got to be Pepper Tree. For the best wine selection, finest cuts of meat in town, visit Pepper Tree in Auburn or Montgomery, online at steaksandwine.com. That's steaks, the letter N, wine.com. All right, here we go. First pitch to Miller is low, ball 1. Miller has singled, he has doubled, he has hit in 3 straight at-bats going back to the Austin Peay finale Sunday. Stretch by Mercer, the delivery. Threw him an off-speed pitch and missed outside, 2-0.
They can be careful if they choose with Miller, who's 2 for 2 on the night, but beware because McMurray is on deck.
Yeah.
That's a righty-lefty matchup.
Exactly. 2-0 fastball. Upstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. Auburn has already drawn 5 walks in the game, the delivery. And now make it 6. That missed up and in. So the inning continues and the bases are loaded. Miller to first, Irish at second, Fabian at third, and Cooper McMurray comes to the plate.
Cooper has come to the plate before with the bases loaded. He's batting 1,000. He's also batting 500 with 2 outs in an inning.
First pitch. Change up. Missed low, and McMurray laid off of it. An RBI ground out for McMurray in the first inning. He's also flied to right. He has walked 13 times, more than anybody on the team. The pitch. Fly ball down the line in right. Hit well by McMurray. Hit foul by McMurray. Oh, boy.
Youngster sprints with that foul ball.
Yeah.
Away from his friends.
He's pulling away from everybody.
Stay away from me.
Well, Cooper just missed the grand slam. He hit one last year, I believe. Here's the 1-1. Fastball, got under it perhaps. He flied it to right center. Right fielder Bello is over. He's got it, and that's the third out of the inning. So Auburn gets a run on one hit. No errors. Tigers leave them loaded. They've had opportunities in every inning thus far. We've played 4 at Toyota Field. Your new score, Auburn 3, Troy 1. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings.
Carrier, a proud partner of Auburn Athletics and special needs assistance stations for you. Turn to the experts with Carrier.
Kia of Auburn is happy to connect the Kia brand to the Auburn fans. Our winning lineup has something for everyone at almost any budget. SUVs like the Telluride, Sorrento, and Sportage. You prefer a sedan? Check out the Rio, Forte, Soul, or the Sporty Stinger. And don't forget our new multi-purpose vehicles, the Carnival, or our amazing hybrid or electric vehicles. Kia of Auburn is a proud supporter of Auburn Athletics. Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. Whoa, Rico.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Connor McBride, a little bit of a longer break there in the bottom of the 4th inning after Troy used 3 different pitchers. And the Tigers got a run, all happening with 2 outs, but he's back out there now to try to work the 5th with Auburn leading 3-1.
On the Yellowwood scoreboard, Ole Miss a winner today over Louisiana Monroe by a score of 5-3. They are in Knoxville in the 7th. 17-2, Tennessee leads Eastern Kentucky. In the 7th inning in Gainesville, 10-5, Florida State leads Florida.
Shane Lewis, the left fielder, leads things off here for Troy. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And McBride's first pitch of the 5th inning on the way. Miss low, 1 ball and nothing the count.
Bottom of the 5th in Lexington, Kentucky leads Murray State by a score of 10-6 on the Yellowwood scoreboard.
Lewis's strikeout in his first at bat is 25th of the season. McBride's 1-0. Missed the outside corner, 2 balls and no strikes.
Bottom of the 6th in Fayetteville, Arkansas leads Oral Roberts by a score of 4-0.
Lewis leans back, straightens up, and the 2-0. Fastball, there's a strike on the outer edge, 2-1.
Texas A&M at home leading Sam Houston State 6-3. That game is in the bottom of the 4th.
And the 2-1. High fly ball to right. Irish in. Now over to his right. He waits. He's got it. 1 down.
The team that Troy just played, playing the team that Auburn will play. Indiana is at Vanderbilt. Commodores lead 8-4 in the bottom half of the 4th. LSU 4, North Dakota State 1, bottom of the 5th in Baton Rouge. Mississippi State on top of South Alabama, 5-1. That game is in the bottom of the 5th in Starkville.
Here's Peyton Watts, who flied out to center his first time. First pitch to him is a strike, 0-1.
Border war in Columbia, Missouri. Missouri playing at Kansas. Mizzou leads 3-2 in the 6th.
Pitch to Watts. Breaking ball. That's low. 1-1.
South Carolina, Georgia State tied at 2 in the bottom of the 5th. They're in Hattiesburg tonight. And Southern Miss leads Alabama 5-1 in the bottom of the 6th.
1-1. Swing and a miss by Watts. He had a huge cut at a high fastball, and it's 1-2.
That's all the scores.
That's a solid Yellowwood scoreboard.
It's a healthy scoreboard,
yes,
to be
it
sure.
is. 1-2. Breaking ball missed away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom third of the order here against McBride. 66 pitches for McBride, the right-hander, with 5 on the pitch clock. Gets a swing and a foul back to the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I can't see into the Auburn bullpen from here. Oh, yeah, I can.
It's out and left.
Yeah, it's out and left. I was looking in the wrong place.
Sure.
And I've been here before. 2-2 to Watts. Hit on the ground to second. Scooped there by Fabian. The throw. 2 down.
You've been looking at that bullpen all game long at the pitch clock.
Yes, I have. You're right. Lengthy at bat there, but inner half fastball. And Watts just pulled it on the ground to second. A routine play for Fabian for the second out. Hey, the 5th inning is presented by Wind Creek Hotel and Casino. 3 Alabama locations, Montgomery, Atmore, Wetumpka. You can escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and Hotel. Online, windcreek.com. Here's Bello. Bello takes a ball low, 1-0. Bello started a College World Series game for the Tigers a couple of years ago. Left-handed batter. And he pops one up into shallow center. Back goes Green from short. And he makes the catch. And that retires the side. A 1-2-3 inning for McBride. He's retired 6 in a row. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-1 Tigers here at Toyota Field. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts, cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Tigers 3, Trojans 1. Wright, Hall, Stanfield, 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up in the 5th for Auburn. Tigers 12-3 coming in. This is the final game before conference play. Auburn opens up in Nashville this weekend against Vanderbilt. They're all big, and it sounds cliche, but when you look up and down the schedule, I mean, every team in the SEC looks at their schedule and says, man, we got to start against these guys?
Yeah. And then you followed up with those guys?
Yeah, right. Here's Carter Wright, who walked and flied to center, and the first pitch to him is a strike at the knees. Matt Mercer gave up a walk and then got an out to get out of the 4th. Mercer plants and fires and misses a little low with a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Right-hander Christian Asbury in the pen for Troy.
Wright starting his 2nd straight game behind the plate. Takes a breaking ball just a little bit in, 2-1. Another thing I like about this ballpark and playing in this game every year, first the pitch, fastball past the mitt into the backstop, 3-1. But it's impressive to see the way the area around the ballpark has grown year after year. The master plan, and you see this a lot in new sporting venues around the country, isn't to just build the venue. 3-1 to Wright. Missed inside. It's ball 4, and Auburn has a base runner to start the 5th inning. 7th walk issued by Troy pitchers tonight. And Christian Hall, the batter. But it's not just the ballpark. There are apartment complexes, plural, restaurants, retail shops. It is a community built around the ballpark.
And there's more growth every year we come back.
Absolutely. Christian Hall is looking for his first hit of the night. He takes an off-speed pitch for strike 1. 0 for 2 with a couple of Ks. Hall had only struck out 6 times before tonight's ball game. Wide open stance for the powerful lefty, and he swings and drives one down the right field line, foul. Ooh. He almost hit that to Athens.
Good luck finding that one in the cars.
No kidding. But he was early, and the changeup has been effective against him. 0-2 pitch from Mercer on the way. And he dribbles a foul ball off to the right. Still 0-2. Shift is on against him, especially with 2 strikes. It's a full shift. You could roll it down the third base line and triple. Here's the pitch. Fouled back out of play. I mean, this place is busted. Look at it on War Eagle Plus, that last shot. This place is busting at the seams with people. They're in the suites. They're standing room only. All right, Hall straightens up his stance with 2 strikes, closes it up rather, and another 0-2. He takes it high and outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hall with 4 home runs, he's driven in 10. He's been the DH more often than not. He hasn't started every game there, but more often than not. 1-2 fastball sliced into right field. That's going to be extra bases for Hall. On his way to third is Wright. He will round third and stay there. Second double of the season for Christian Hall. One-two pitch. It was down and in, and he went down to get it, golfed it into right field. Bello did everything he could there defensively to get on it quickly, and he's got a good arm, got it back to the infield, but Hall with the double, and now 2 are in scoring position with nobody out for Chris Stanfield. Stanfield has a double and a strikeout, and the first pitch to him is a breaking ball for strike 1.
Corners are playing even with the bag right now. Watts at third and Butcher at first.
Stanfield takes a ball low, blocked well by Sutton. As we've discussed already, if it gets by the catcher, plenty of time to come in and score a run. Runners lead from second and third. Pitch. Low with a breaker, 2-1. We saw Chris last year a number of times hit a high bouncing ground ball to third. And now time called. Skylar Meade is out of the dugout. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runners at second and third, and they're looking to the bullpen. That may be it for Matt Mercer with a 2-1 count. It is. So a change will be made, and Troy will send its 5th pitcher of the game into the ball game. Pepper Tree presents fresh meat as Troy goes to the bullpen for their 5th pitcher of the night. It is an Alabama Power call to the bullpen.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites.
The new pitcher for Troy, number 39, Christian Asbury. Right-hander, 6'4", 193. He's a senior from Burke, Virginia, and a transfer from John A. Logan Community College outside Carbondale, Illinois, home of the Balls. I believe this is his first appearance of the season. Let me double check. Make sure. I don't see numbers. Do you see numbers for Asbury? I don't.
Let's see. No.
All right, let me work on his bio a little bit here. Second time we've had a new pitcher making his debut for the Troy Trojans tonight. As mentioned, Asbury out of Burke, Virginia. Three starts a year ago, a 4-1 record, struck out 69 to rank 5th for Troy, with his career high of 7 coming against Marshall on the road. Headed to the mound in the NCAA Regional against Alabama, 4 1/3 innings pitched, allowed just 1 run while striking out 3. Played 2 years at John A. Logan College, out of Robinson Secondary School in Burke, Virginia.
Garrett Gaines got the start for Troy. He went 2 2/3 innings. Since then, the other 3 relievers have thrown fewer than 20 pitches each. Ross went an inning, had to leave the game with apparent discomfort. Gorgon did not retire an out through 17 pitches. Mercer, a third of an inning, 1 hit, 2 walks. And the runners on base belong to Matt Mercer. Second and third, nobody out. Asbury, his pitch to Stanfield is a strike, and that'll even the count at 2-2. Asbury inherited a 2-1 count. Now 2-2 to the right-handed hitting center fielder. Here's the delivery. He hung a breaking ball, and Stanfield lined it to the patio area. Foul, left side. Very early on a hanging off speed pitch. Asbury ready again. He deals. Fastball, lined into shallow center, long run, it'll get down. In front of the center fielder, it's an RBI single for Chris Stanfield. Wright scores from third. It's 4-1 Auburn.
Nice job by Stanfield to put it where they couldn't get it. And a really good job of reading that ball by both Hall and Wright. For Hall to get to third and Wright to score on the play.
So they're at the corners and still nobody out, and Auburn with a chance as Kaden Green comes to the plate. Chance to really break this thing open a little bit here in the 5th inning. 4-1. Gabe Gross gave Green some signs. We'll see what he's going to do. Third baseman Watts even with the bag. About 6 feet off the line. First pitch, breaking ball down and away, ball 1. A leadoff walk to Wright, and he came in to score. A 2-out walk to Mainer's last inning, and he came in to score. 1-0 to Green. Missed outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Auburn has had base runners in every inning. They've left 8 on the base path so far. Auburn could have more than 4 at this point. Pitch to Green. That'll be deep enough to get a run home. A fly ball to center. Myers makes the catch. Hall tags from third. He scores. 5-1 Auburn. Kaden Green drives in his first run of the year.
And that's why it was important for Hall to go from second to third on that bloop single to center.
That's right. Now, Skylar Meade says check with third to make sure he didn't leave early. And the home plate umpire, Adam Clark, gives a safe sign. Hall did not leave early. The appeal declined. And Mainers stands in. Mainers has been on base all 3 times. He's walked twice. He's doubled. And Mason has scored twice. He bats with 1 out and a runner at first. And Auburn on top 5-1. There's a throw to first. Stanfield is back in standing. Chris has stolen 4 bases for the Tigers this year. He has not been caught. And he's going. And the pitch is low. And the throw to second is late. Stanfield has stolen 5 bases for the Tigers.
Pretty good throw by Sutton, the shortstop. Cobb tried to come over and tag the foot of Stanfield going by. I don't know if he got the foot or not.
Yeah, he made the best of the throw. It was on the backside. If it's on the bag, maybe it's a closer play, and Mainers cannot hold up a swing on a changeup. 1-1. Auburn 5, Troy 1. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Asbury to the plate. Hit him. Boy, it hit Mainers, and that jarred the bat right out of his hands. I don't know if it got the hand or the wrist, but the bat went flying, and Mason jumped up in the air. He's swinging those arms out as he makes it to first base. Carl Nonamaker checks on him. And right around the forearm. So first and second, 1 out for Derek Fabian. Athletic trainers don't come out to see him, so he's all right. Fabian takes it in the dirt, blocked by Sutton. It bounced 5 feet in front of the plate. Sutton did a good job to block it. Fabian has walked twice. He has struck out. He has scored a run. Auburn has drawn 7 walks. Pitch by Asbury. Fastball, there's a strike, 1-1. Auburn baseball brought to you in part by East Alabama Health. From first aid care at home games to cancer care at the Spencer Cancer Center, East Alabama Health's a team player you can rely on day after day. Fabian takes ball 2 outside. Tigers with 2 in the first, 1 in the fourth, 2 here in the 5th. They lead 5-1. Asbury deals. And it's upstairs. Did he go around? He did not. They appeal to first. Brian Hale says no. 3-1 to Fabian. Fabian's walked 11 times. That's the 3rd most on the 13 now with his 2 tonight. He's right up there tied with the team for the team lead. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. 3-2. 1 out, Mainers at first, Stanfield at second. Really good speed. (3-2) to Fabian. Swing and a miss at 1 up and away. So Asbury wins that battle for the 2nd out. And now the Troy right-hander has to deal with Ike Irish. Irish with an RBI double his last time. He went opposite field for his double last time. Irish has driven in a couple of runs. Pushes his team lead in that category to 25. 2 more on base here with 2 outs. Irish. Oh, the first pitch hit him. 2nd hit batter for Asbury in the last 3. And it will load the bases for Gavin Miller.
Make a correction on the Ellerwood scoreboard. State leads South Alabama 5-3. That's in the top of the 6th. That game is not in Starkville. It is in Biloxi.
You have some really well-connected sources. Whew. First pitch to Miller is skied to left. Oh, it's still carrying all the way back to the warning track is Lewis. Near the track, he makes the catch. And the inning is over. 8 Tigers come to the plate in the 5th. Auburn gets 2 runs on 2 hits. A walk and a couple of hit batters. No errors, and the Tigers leave them loaded. We're through 5. It's now 5-1 Auburn. And this is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Download the new and improved Auburn Game Day app. It's fully customizable to your interests with the new My Auburn tab. Plus, buy tickets, skip concession lines, be a part of game day giveaways, shop the latest Auburn gear, and get live in-game scoring. Plus, listen to every broadcast from the Auburn Sports Network, even when multiple games are happening simultaneously on the official mobile app of Auburn Athletics, the Auburn Game Day app. Download it now.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner. As Troy comes to the plate in the top of the sixth, Auburn goes to the bullpen. John Armstrong is on for the Tigers, junior right-hander, 5'11", 223, from Harrison High School in Marietta, Georgia. I don't think the crowd's necessarily reacting to John coming in. They're tossing T-shirts in. Nothing against John.
I've never seen people go as wild as they do.
Crazy.
For T-shirts.
Yeah. Armstrong comes on for the Tigers. No record, an ERA of 1.67. This will be his team-leading, team-tying 6th appearance and all in relief. He's going to be tied with Tanner Bauman for 6 appearances tonight with a save. Armstrong, 10 2/3 innings, 2 runs, both earned on 5 hits, 10 strikeouts, 3 walks. He's given up 1 homer, and opponents are hitting 143 against John Armstrong. Really good start tonight for the Tigers from Connor McBride. Gave up the home run in the first, and boy, after that,
didn't give up another hit.
He was lights out. 5 innings tonight for McBride, 1 run on 1 hit, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. He hit a batter. He threw 70 pitches, 42 forced strikes. He can be the winner, cannot be the loser on another quality midweek start from Connor McBride.
You know, consistency has been the big buzzword from Coach Thompson and the staff through this first month of the season. And if you look at the midweek start, a position that isn't always the most consistent. And he's been a rock. He's been a rock. Now, as Armstrong was warming up, I watched Everett Teaford come back out of the dugout. And John flexed his and shook out his hand a couple of times. He continued to throw his warm-up pitches and eventually waved off Coach Teaford. So I think there might have been an initial sort of level of alertness on something they saw from John early in the sequence, but it appears he's just fine, and he goes to work against the top of the order. And Cole Myers, and the first pitch to him is low for ball 1. Myers walked and grounded out. The 2 walks that McBride gave up, one was erased on a double play. The other was a leadoff walk that he worked around. Pitch is fouled off the hands by Myers, 1-1. Left-handed hitting center fielder for Troy. Digs in. He's right on top of the plate. Pitch is hit on the ground. Slow, right side, gloved by McMurray. Foul territory.
He tried to steal that one, didn't he?
He did. He tried to pounce on it before it could roll foul, but didn't get there in time. Again, Brian Hale. Johnny on the spot with the call. So it's a strike to Myers, and Armstrong's ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. John has been effective as a situational reliever. He's been effective in long relief as well.
And now Butch Thompson comes out. And I think there's still some concern with, well.
Is that it, or do you think
maybe he's talking about first base?
I think that's the play that's in question.
I look at the replay, and it appeared from our vantage point, and it was on the replay, it looked like the ball was foul when it was fielded by McMurray. Cooper tried to get to that before it went foul. And we have no replay tonight, no replay review.
Right.
And Butch Thompson is talking it with Brian Hale. That's a short conversation. Seems to be very civil.
Yep.
And Butch will head back to the dugout. Brian Hale back behind the first base bag.
Cooper McMurray back to first. Everybody's back where they were. 1-2 to Myers. Armstrong's pitch. Fastball missed outside, 2-2. We saw Armstrong in the Austin Peay series. And the 2-2 just missed outside, going after that outside corner to the lefty. Count is full, 3-2. Armstrong, the Friday game of the series, gave up 2 runs on 4 hits in 2 2/3. 3-2, fouled back to the net. He earned a save against UConn in the first game of the doubleheader a week and a half ago against the Huskies. 3 hitless innings. 3-2 pitch that is lined into center, and right there is Stanfield.
Well, it came off the bat, just not a lot of carry.
Nope.
To that ball out there. I mean, there's the flags that are behind the Auburn bullpen are still.
Yeah.
So it's a rather still night.
And in the still of the night, Stanfield made the catch. Here's Cavanaugh. First pitch to Cavanaugh, inside corner for strike 1. Troy's second baseman is grounded into a double play and flied out to right field. Armstrong's 0-1. Went after the inside corner again, missed it too far inside. It's 1-1. The 2 runs he gave up to Austin Peay, pitches a strike to Cavanaugh, 1-2. Were the first that Armstrong has allowed this year. He didn't allow anything in his first 4 appearances. 1-2 to Cavanaugh. Outside and low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 5-1 Auburn. We're in the top of the 6th. Troy scored first. They got a solo homer in the top of the first inning. Tigers have scored the last 5. Delivery. Swing and a miss. Armstrong got him with a fastball away.
Good location from John Armstrong. I think it fooled Cavanaugh. Location perhaps and speed both.
Yeah. All right, here is the guy they call the meat man, Will Butcher. Homered in the first, walked in the 4th, and the shift is on against him. First pitch off speed, inside corner, well placed for strike 1. Armstrong ready quickly. He gets the outside corner for strike 2.
Slider that time. I think he got change up on strike 1, slider in strike 2.
Might we see the quick pitch or the hesitation? He's ahead 0-2. Off the right side of the rubber, Armstrong fires. Swing and a miss at a low fastball.
Boy, carved him up.
Yes, he did. Sharpened the blade and put down Butcher with 3 pitches. 3 up, 3 down go the Trojans in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th in Madison at the home of the Trash Pandas. It's Auburn 5, Troy 1. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Hey, this is Kevin Tuttle, owner of Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Auburn. It's basketball season, and we've got you covered with 77 TVs to watch all of your favorite games. Come in and enjoy ice-cold beer and your favorite wings with our happy hour specials from 11 to 6, daily Sunday through Friday. Want to have a watch party to cheer on your Auburn Tigers? Call in and reserve a spot on our new patio for your group party. And the NCAA tournament is right around the corner. We are your official March Madness headquarters with all games televised. Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Auburn. War Eagle.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for... Aw, Jim.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
We're still on the air.
Hello, this is Coach Hugh Freeze. They say Coke Zero Sugar is irresistibly tasty. Does that make it the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. War Eagle.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites.
What's up with that?
We go to the bottom of the 6th. McMurray, Wright, and Hall due up for Auburn. Tigers lead 5-1. In between the innings there.
The corner umpires, Brian Hale and Danny Cricks.
Yeah.
Both got what looked to be delicious snow cones.
Yeah.
I think cherry or raspberry and blueberry.
Yeah.
The second base umpire, William Wilbanks, is just out there lonely behind the bag.
He got nothing.
And nothing for the home plate umpire either.
Bupkus.
Yeah. Man, oh, man.
Maybe they get it the next half inning.
I hope
don't
so.
know. Oh, that's fun. All right, here's Cooper McMurray. McMurray slid to right a couple of times, also had an RBI ground out. First pitch off speed, high and away.
He has come close in his last 2 at-bats of leaving the yard. Both times he's flied to right.
From the stretch, the delivery. Off speed, that's in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Christian Asbury back out there for the Trojans. He's thrown 22 pitches so far, the right-hander. Sends home his 1-1. Fouled off to the left. A ball and 2 strikes. 5-1 Tigers, bottom of the 6th. What's your favorite snow cone flavor?
Cherry.
That's number 1?
Yeah.
All right.
Then grape. Then blueberry.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with a high changeup. And there's out number 1 in the Auburn 6th as we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Carter Wright, the catcher.
Yours?
Green apple.
Oh, my gosh.
Cherry's also very good.
Is a green apple snow cone like grape ice cream that you claim is an actual thing?
Grape ice cream is a thing. I've had it more than one time in my life.
No witnesses.
The 1-0. Missed high. 2 balls, no strikes to the Auburn catcher. There are witnesses, and they've told you, they've verified it for you in the past.
No.
Here's the 2-0. Just missed the inside corner, man.
Your son Boaz doesn't count.
No, I'm okay. Let us know in the YouTube comments if you've had grape ice cream. We'll just settle this debate immediately. 3-0. There's a strike down the middle. Wright led off the 5th with a walk. He came around to score on Kaden Green's sac fly to center. Now the shift is on with 2 strikes. They pull the second baseman Kavanaugh to the left side of the bag. Asbury's pitch. Hit on the ground too short. Gloved by Cobb. His throw low, but a nice stretch over there by Butcher to record the out. 2 up, 2 down in the 6th.
Not only a nice stretch, but a good backhand stab on a ball that may have been in the dirt. Nicely played over there by Will Butcher.
5-1, bottom of the 6th, 2 down. And Christian Hall doubled and scored his last time up.
Immediate text, never heard of grape ice cream.
Yeah, but who was that?
Yeah.
Pitch to Hall. Off speed. Oh, called strike. Top of the strike zone. Good pitch by Asbury. 0-1. Others on YouTube are saying the same. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right side into the teeth of the shift. Kavanaugh in short right field. The second baseman scoops it up and throws for the 3rd out. Auburn, for the first time in this game, is retired in order. Would your youth baseball or softball team like to be anthem buddies in an Auburn baseball game this season?
Who wouldn't?
Well, it'd be a lot of fun. Courtesy of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Your team can line up with the Tigers on the field for the national anthem. Call the Auburn ticket office, register for a game, secure your group tickets today. 5-1, Auburn leads through 6. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
AuburnTigers.com is the official website of Auburn Athletics. Read the latest feature stories on your favorite Tiger teams. Get critical game day info, search videos and audio. Find out how to get connected through social and digital media or by joining Tigers Unlimited. Shop the AU Photo Store or just find the next event on the athletic calendar. Plus, all athletic broadcasts are streamed free at AuburnTigers.com/watch. AuburnTigers.com, the official online home of Auburn Athletics.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. In fact, the CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
Through 6 innings, it's Auburn 5, Troy 1. And I think Auburn has a new pitcher while we were arguing about grape ice cream in the break.
Will Cannon.
It is Will Cannon. So Will Cannon into the game for the Tigers. Cannon, the right-hander out of Phoenix City, 6'1", 201. And as we go to the 7th, Cannon has finished all 3 games that he's been in so far this year. No record, 4 appearances, 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, an earned run average of 6 3/4. Teams are hitting .294 against Will. He was 3-2 last year with a .441 earned run average. So Cannon is in. John Armstrong, a 1-2-3 6th inning. Retired all 3 that he faced, did it relatively quickly. 2 strikeouts included.
15 pitches, 10 for strikes for John.
Cannon gets the middle third of the order. Bryan, Cobb, and Sutton here for Troy. And we go to the 7th, and we turn it back over to the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of Auburn Athletics. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to games or any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek, so Tiger fans can fan. Bryan leads it off against Cannon. Bryan, right or left-handed hitter against the right-hander Will Cannon. And the first pitch is a fastball that blisters in for strike 1. Bryan 0 for 1 on the night, hit by a pitch in the first, and tapped out to McMurray at first base. Pitch on the way from Cannon. Up the middle, off the mound to the shortstop Green. 2 first for the out. Ball was hit well. It hit the mound, though, right to Auburn shortstop Kaden Green for the first out of the inning. The last time Troy played at home was Wednesday, February 28th, a 12-11 win against Kent State. They've been on the road since, and they'll be on the road this weekend in Monroe against ULM. First pitch to Tremaine Cobb Jr. is a strike. Stretch and delivery. Foul back. No balls and 2 strikes to Tremaine Cobb Jr. 5-1, the Tigers lead it. We're in the top of the 7th, one out, no one on for the Trojans. Cannon works off the stretch. Here's the pitch. Fastball that sails to the backstop. A ball and 2 strikes to Tremaine Cobb. Cobb is grounded to short. He's grounded to third. Cannon stretches and pitches. Cobb to the third baseman on 2 hops. Gavin Miller to first in time for the out. 2 down. Two ground ball outs against Will Cannon. And that brings Blake Sutton, the catcher, to the plate. Auburn pitchers have set down 11 in a row. Tigers on top 5-1, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch on the way to Sutton. Fastball for strike 1. We don't have the velocity of the pitches tonight. Cannon routinely mid-90s with a fastball. 0-1 to Sutton. Held up on one end of the dirt, a ball and a strike. Auburn shades Sutton to the right side of the infield. The shortstop Green a couple steps on the left side of the second base bag. And Miller several steps off the third base line. Sutton has flied to left and struck out swinging. Pitch, swing and a miss, came up empty on a fastball, 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes to Sutton. Stretch and pitch, fastball outside, 2-2. Bryan grounded to short, Cobb grounded to third. Two balls and 2 strikes to Blake Sutton. Will Cannon, Auburn's third pitcher of the night. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Ground ball to the right side, backhand stab, dive. Nicely done, Fabian to first and scooped out by McMurray for the third out. A sparkling play, Fabian and McMurray, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Troy. We go to the bottom of the seventh inning stretch time at Toyota Field. Auburn 5, Troy 1. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't mean try it right now. We're still on the air.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
By now, your daily routine is probably a little too routine. Don't you want to change? Don't you want to start playing by your own rules and escape the routine so your fantasy becomes reality? Where every night is an adventure, where new flavors are ready to be tasted, where it feels like you're a winner. Take a chance. Reward yourself. Make your routine anything but routine. Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and WindCreekCasino.com.
This game recap is presented by Regions Bank. Regions is a proud partner of Auburn University and the official bank of the SEC.
Will Butcher gave Troy a 1-0 lead with a 2-out homer in the first. Auburn scored 2 in the bottom of the first. Tigers added a single run in the fourth and 2 more in the fifth. Pitching tonight, one of the big keys for Auburn. Connor McBride, 5 innings, 1 run on 1 hit. John Armstrong and Will Cannon, 2 perfect innings since. Auburn comes to the plate in the bottom of the 7th with the 8, 9, and 1 hitters to face Christian Asbury, who's done a nice job of pitching for Troy since coming in. On a beautiful, just a gorgeous evening for baseball here in Madison, Alabama, on a beautiful setting for baseball as well. And I think we have a new pitcher. Yep.
All right.
Number 33, Sam Schmidt.
Go back to work here.
Is on for the Trojans.
Sam Schmidt, you say.
Number 33.
Uh-huh. All right.
Yeah.
He has not pitched this year.
Well, let's give you this. 6'2", 187, a freshman out of Hoover. So this is the third Troy pitcher of the night that is making his debut for the Trojans this season, tonight.
And this is a college debut.
Yes.
Dual sport athlete at Hoover, played baseball and football.
His first batter is Chris Stanfield, and the first pitch from Schmidt is in for a strike.
Schmidt, the 19th ranked right-hander coming out of high school in the state of Alabama, and the 55th best player overall.
Missed outside with a fastball. Stanfield 2 for 3 on the night with a single, a stolen base, and a double. Here's the pitch. Chopper, third base side, it goes foul. Stanfield also with an RBI on the night. Has raised his average to 250. Stanfield, Green, and Mainers in the Auburn 7th. Tigers trying to add to a 5-1 lead. 1-2, the count, the pitch. It misses outside. 2-2. Third baseman Watts plays on top of the line. As Schmidt comes set. Comes the pitch. This is low and away. Full count.
Really balanced offense to get to these 5 runs so far tonight. Everybody's played at least a small part.
Full count, ground ball left side, backhand stab by Cobb. He throws to first. Not in time, and Stanfield has a 3-hit night. No chance for Tremaine Cobb. Kind of that Derek Jeter in the hole jump and throw, and you're not going to get Chris Stanfield no matter the arm there.
Nope, Chris just hit it in the right spot. First bounce was in the dirt in front of the plate, 3 hops and too much speed.
Yep. So a leadoff infield single for Stanfield, and here's Kaden Green. 0 for 2 on the night with a sacrifice fly and an RBI. First pitch to him, and there at the knees. Would Auburn do some running with Stanfield? They have tonight. Would Auburn bunt? We've not seen Auburn do that tonight with Green at the plate.
This is Stanfield's second career 3-hit game.
Pitch. Kaden out in front, gets away from the catcher, not far enough for Stanfield to do anything. And Green behind no balls and 2 strikes.
You got a 4-run lead right now. Chris's run important because you couldn't lose, you couldn't see it tied on one swing of the bat.
Throw to first. Stanfield just a step or 2 off the bag. Back without a tag. Next up for Auburn, Vanderbilt, 6 o'clock. Friday night in the SEC opener in Nashville. Brad will have the call at 5:45. Pitch. Green chops it foul. Pass Gabe Gross in the third base coach's box. Literally in the coach's box. You never see a coach in those boxes, ever.
I know, it's more of a suggestion.
It really is.
By the way, they're putting grape ice cream recipes in the YouTube chat right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Pitch on the way. Inside and high. One ball and 2 strikes to Kaden Green. A leadoff single for Stanfield. He's at first. Throw over, and he's back without a tag again.
Troy knows how big that run is at first base as well, and they respect Chris's speed.
Stretch, and another throw to first. Paying extra attention to Stanfield, who's not getting a real big lead yet.
No. Might Auburn do some hitting and running with Kaden.
1 ball and 2 strikes with Green at the plate. Runner does go. The pitch outside. Throw to second base. Got it. Good throw by Sutton. Tag applied by Kavanaugh.
4th base stealer he's thrown out this year. It's the first time that Chris has been caught stealing.
Oof.
Really tight play at second.
Good tag by Kavanaugh. 1 out in the inning. 2-2 pitch, high and inside, 3-2.
That was a straight steal, too. It was not a hit and run.
Full count to Green. 1 out, nobody on in the 7th. Green sends one into the gap in deep left center field. Lewis is back. He looks up. It is gone. It's a home run for Kaden Green into the Auburn bullpen. And Auburn is now homered in every game this season. How about that? A rocket to left center for Kaden Green. 6-1 Auburn on top.
34th home run of the season for the Tigers. It is the 3rd career home run for Kaden Green.
And now to the top of the order for Auburn, and here is Mason Mainers. He drops down a bunt in front of the plate. Catcher fields, throws to first, And got him. Boy,
Good
that's
play.
a fine play by Sutton. There was no chance of any error there.
Nope.
He got Raiders at first by half.
No margin for error at all. Sutton had to make a perfect throw. We've seen Auburn do this a lot this year now, probably a half a dozen times. Follow up a home run with a bunt.
Just didn't get it far enough in front of the plate.
Right.
And the first pitch to Fabian is in for a strike.
It's a good pitch, too, on the outside corner.
Derek is 0 for 2 with a couple strikeouts. Q walks, and he scored a run. The pitch to him. Out in front, fouls it back. His swing at times, I'm going back a couple years, his swing a little bit reminds me of Rob McCrory from those World Series teams back in the 90s. He's bigger than Rob, but built similarly. The swing is similar. Fabian has more power. 1-2 pitch. It misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Fabian. Transferred to Auburn from Florida. He has played both third base and second base for Auburn. He has 5 homers, 21 runs batted in. 2 outs, 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Out in front, swing and a miss, and the inning's over. A run on the homer by Kaden Green. Who had him on your bingo card tonight? We're through 7 in Madison. Auburn 6, Troy 1. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playplay.
Southeastern Industrial Contractors offers the path to a productive and successful career for hard workers of all ages, especially young people looking to jump straight into the workforce. Southeastern Industrial Contractors is now hiring for great-paying skilled trade positions. Managing partner Derek Harville is a proud Auburn University graduate with deep roots in the community. Give him a call at 334-209-6355 to learn more. Southeastern Industrial Contractors, 334-209-6355.
My joints aren't what they used to be. Routine exercise, playing ball outside with the kids, riding bikes on vacation. I never worried about keeping up. But now, my joint pain has started slowing me down. I decided to make an appointment with the orthopedic clinic. Their surgical partners had the experience, technology, and personalized approach to care that I was looking for. Best of all, it was close to home. I'm thankful I chose the orthopedic clinic. Don't let joint pain slow you down. Visit theorthoclinic.com and schedule your appointment today.
We roll into the 8th inning in Madison at the home of the Trash Pandas. Auburn leads Troy 6-1. Glad to have you with us tonight in the Auburn Sports Network, the Auburn Tigers YouTube channel, War Eagle Plus, the Trash Pandas YouTube channel tonight.
We're all over the place.
Maybe we are.
Auburn baseball is all over the place.
Hats off number 3 every time number 3 Chris Stanfield's hat flies off during a game. Jackson Services donates $100 to the Miracle League of East Alabama. Stanfield with 3 base hits on the night. He's in center field as Shane Lewis comes to the plate. First pitch from Cannon outside for ball 1.
How about 3 hits for number 3 tonight and Kaden Green's 3rd career home run tonight?
Ooh.
The number 3 has been a feature.
It's prominent.
Yes.
Pitch on the way to Lewis. He fouls it up the third baseline. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Auburn pitchers, McBride, Armstrong, and Cannon have combined to set down 12 in a row. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Lewis. Cannon stretches and pitches. Lewis went out and got it.
No.
Oh, they say he didn't go after that pitch. And appealed to the third base umpire. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, he's feeling sweet after he had his snow cone an inning ago.
Good point. 2 balls and a strike to count to Lewis. Left fielder is 0 for 2. He's struck out and he's flied out the pitch. Fouled back. 2-2. Will Cannon, John Armstrong, and Connor McBride, the 3 Auburn pitchers tonight. McBride went the first 5 innings, gave up 1 run on a home run. That was the only hit that he allowed. Armstrong a perfect inning. Cannon now into his 2nd inning of work. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball into left field. It's deep into left. Mainers is back. It's back. It's gone. Off the pavilion out there in left. 4th home run of the year for Shane Lewis. A rocket to left. And that makes it a 6-2 Auburn lead.
Shane Lewis, preseason Sun Belt first teamer, potential player of the year. And he struggled a little bit out of the gates this year, like he's trying to do too much. And he didn't try to do too much there.
Here's Peyton Watts with the third baseman in. First pitch, fastball for a strike. He is 0 for 2 with a fly to center and a ground out to second.
That home run is the first hit for Troy since the first inning.
Which was also a home run.
Right.
0-1. Swing. Foul tip. 0-2. (6-2) Auburn on top. Stretch in the 0-2. This low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count to Watts. Mikey Bello waits on deck. Cannon off the stretch. 1-2 pitch. Fouled back.
These are a couple of your veterans here, Cannon and Armstrong, that'll figure prominently in the weekend series at Vanderbilt. So to see them come out tonight and pitch well following McBride, that's a good thing. These guys, one more tune-up before conference play, and they've looked good.
Cannon peers in, gets his sign. Here's another 1-2 pitch to Watts. Got him swinging, took something off of that one. Strikeout number 5 tonight for the Tigers. The K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. First out of the inning, and here's Mikey Bello. He's popped up to the shortstop, Kaden Green, twice tonight.
He's been aggressive at the plate.
Stretching the pitch to Bello. A little bit in, maybe a little bit up. 1 ball and no strikes.
Doesn't he look a little trimmer to you? He's toned up.
I agree.
I think considerably from a year ago.
1-0 pitch to Bello. Up the left side. That'll slice out of play. 1-1 the count to the former Auburn outfielder. One ball and 1 strike. Pitch on the way from Cannon. Drops low. 2 balls and a strike to Bello. Game about 2.5 hours old right now. Tigers lead it 6-2. We're in the top of the 8th. Cannon stretches. 2-1 to Bello. Just a little bit inside. 3 balls and a strike.
Will has kept it middle down. Hasn't missed high very much. As a result, he's gotten 3 ground ball outs so far. Some swings on balls just below the knees.
3-1 to Bello. Left-handed hitter against the right-hander Cannon, who throws. And Bello sends one into left. Long run Mainers near the line, near the stands. And he ran out of room. Ball may have deflected off of the screen out there.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what happened. You could see it slicing away slowly.
Just beyond the glove of Mason Mainers.
Yeah, 3 more feet and he's able to.
Yep.
He's got enough room anyway to haul it in.
Three balls and 2 strikes to Bello. 1 out, 1 in for Troy in the 8th. Cut the lead to 6-2. Cannon off the stretch. Pitch on the way. Bello swings and misses at a fastball up and out. Second consecutive strikeout for Cannon. K-Cannon presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. That's 6 tonight for the Tigers. That was high heat.
Yep, he just challenged him with a fastball there, and a good response by Will. 2 straight strikeouts after the home run.
2 down, and here's Cole Myers. Myers led off the game with a walk, but was erased in a double play. Since then, has grounded out and lined out. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. Myers came in with 7 homers and 12 runs batted in. Batting .379 on the year. For the talented center fielder for the Troy Trojans.
Team that came into the game hitting .309, 31 homers and 40 doubles.
0-1. Myers takes it low. Even with two outs, Auburn brings Gavin Miller, the third baseman, up on the edge of the grass. Everybody else on the infield back. Cannon stretches. And the pitch. Foul back. He was late on a fastball.
Now the team with 2 hits tonight, and they trail by 4. They're looking for base runners late, and you can never totally rule out that they might try to drop a bunt down there with 2 outs, just to try to do something to break up the rhythm of the Auburn pitchers.
A ball and 2 strikes to Myers. Cannon off the stretch. Now the 1-2 pitch. Chopper foul, just got a piece of it.
Looked like the changeup there from Will.
Auburn with the pinstripe, white pinstripe uniforms tonight with the blue pinstripes. Troy, the red jerseys, white trousers, red ball caps tonight. 1-2 pitch again. He tried to hold up, he did not. After the leadoff homer by Lewis, Cannon comes back and strikes out the side, and all swinging. A run on a hit, no errors, and no one left. We go to the bottom of the 8th in Madison. Auburn leads Troy 6-1. And Auburn baseball, 6-2. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
With Vizzy's vibrant dual flavors, the vibe is yours to decide.
I'm thinking Vizzy Refreshingly Berry. A round of blackberry lemon at the bar?
Could be good. Maybe Vizzy Vibrantly Tropical.
You always say vibrantly tropical.
Come on, a cooler full of papaya passion fruit on the beach?
Oh yeah, that's a vibe. I'm down.
Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Flavor for every vibe. Naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Molson Coors Beverage Company. Milwaukee, Wisconsin flavored beer.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
Bottom of the 8th, 3, 4, and 5 hitters for Auburn against. Is that a new pitcher?
I
think that
might be. Wait a minute. Yes, it is. Yes. Pavlos Piperakis.
Oh, boy. Nicely done.
Thank you. Let me make sure it was done correctly. Piperakis. There we go. Pavlos Piperakis, number 55. He is a 6'1", 180-pound freshman left-hander from St. Thomas Aquinas High in Pembroke Pines, Florida. Piperakis has appeared in 1 game. He has pitched 1/3 of an inning. He struck out the only batter that he faced. So freshman, lefty, 1/3 of an inning, strikeout. Small sample size, but Piperakis was effective in that only appearance. So he is the new pitcher for Troy. Schmidt Goes 1 full inning, gives up a run on 2 hits. Struck out 1, no walks. The last 2 pitchers for Troy have trimmed the walks down to no. They haven't walked anybody in 3 innings. So Piper Ikas is on for the Trojans.
Ike Irish will lead it off for Auburn, and the first pitch misses low to the Auburn right fielder, Ike Irish. 1 for 2 on the night. Wind and pitch. Misses low again. 2 balls and no strikes. This is a lefty on lefty. There is a right-hander in the pen for Troy with a right-hander and Miller waiting on deck. Pitch on the way to Ike. Fair pass first and down into the corner. Ike around first base on his way to second. He's around second base. He's on his way to third. Here comes the throw. He's safe and the ball gets away. Irish will stay at third with a triple, his second of the year. Well, Mikey Bella had to go forever to get to that ball, and it didn't really come out of the corner well. And Irish never broke stride. It's a leadoff triple for Ike Irish.
2 extra base hits for Irish, 2 RBIs tonight. Another solid all-around game for the sophomore Ike Irish. No hesitation.
Ball skipped past the third baseman Watts, but not far enough for Irish to score. He's at third, and the infield comes in for Troy to face Gavin Miller. Miller is 2 for 3 on the night. Stretching the pitch, up and in, ball 1. Doubled in the first, singled in the third, walked in the fourth, and fly deep to left in the fifth. An insurance run 90 feet away for Auburn. The pitch. Change up in there for a strike to Miller. Irish, a leadoff triple. He's at third. Troy has its infield in. They shorten up in the outfield as well. Pitch on the way. Oh, big cut and a foul tip off the bat of Miller. A ball and 2 strikes.
It's Gavin Miller's 3rd career 2-hit game.
Here's the 1-2 to Gavin. Drops low and inside, 2-2.
He is looking for his first 3-hit game.
Preparakis comes set. Here comes the pitch. Miller fouled it back, had to reach for that one and fouled it back. Good job of spoiling a good pitch.
Yeah, really did, and you could see him keep his eyes, or his head down, his eyes on the ball, even as he had to reach across for the swing.
Infield now even with the bag, not completely in right now with Irish at third. And a 2-2 count to Miller. Stretch and pitch. Drops in there for strike 3. Good job. I think he was looking fastball there, and he got a change-up or maybe a slider in for a strike.
Kind of a nonverbal tip of the cap there from Gavin, too. He just sort of dug in the dirt a little bit, and yep, moving on.
Here's Cooper McMurray looking for his first hit of the night after going 4 for 4 on Sunday. Third base up on the edge of the grass. The shift is short on the right side. And McMurray swings through the first pitch and fouls it back. Has grounded out to the first baseman. He has flied to right and struck out. Auburn leads 6-2 with a runner at third base, 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Piperikis comes set. Here comes the pitch. McMurray drives one to the deep right field. Back at the wall. It's gone. 6th home run of the year for Ike Irish. Auburn's 2nd round tripper of the night.
Yeah, Irish starts it with a triple. McMurray launches the home run. He was just trying to get it in the air somewhere to get Irish home from third. You could see that with the first swing, and then with the second swing, he connected. 2 more extra base hits in the inning for the Tigers.
And here's Carter Wright. Tigers lead it now 8-2. First pitch to Wright is in there for a strike. Leadoff triple by Irish, and 2 batters later, a 2-run shot to right by McMurray. Here comes the pitch. To center. Myers back, a couple steps, makes the catch for the second out. That was just off the end of the bat.
8 of Auburn's 11 hits tonight have gone for extra bases.
And that is Auburn's 9th straight game now with multiple home runs. It's Auburn's longest streak since 2009. 16 straight games with a home run. Its longest streak since 2010.
Boy.
And
that 2010 team could mash.
Yes, it could. It was a live bat era, too.
Yeah.
And Troy makes a Berkshire Hathaway call to the bullpen.
Hey, it's Bruce Pearl. When you find a player who's electric, what a game changer. Like the all-electric Ford F-150 Lightning truck. It's got the performance you'd expect from an F-150, plus state-of-the-art tech like intelligent backup power. So if the lights go out at your properly equipped house, you've got the power to turn them back on. Game changing, that's what I'm talking about. See your local Ford dealer to learn more about the F-150 Lightning. Available at Ford EV certified dealers only. Some models, trims, and features may not be available and may be subject to change.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
The new pitcher, Troy goes to the bullpen, so Pepper Tree presents fresh meat. It is Dylan King, a right-hander from Leola, Pennsylvania, Dyersburg Community College, 6'4", 207. He is a junior right-hander. King has appeared in 3 games this year, a 1-1 record, and an earned run average of 13.5. King, 3 1/3 innings, 5 runs, 5 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. He has given up 2 home runs this year of the 5 hits he's allowed, and teams are hitting .357 against Dylan King. Piperikas, 2/3 of an inning, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 13 pitches, 9 strikes. And King becomes the 8th pitcher of the night for the Trojans.
2 runs home in the inning, a leadoff triple by Ike Irish, a strikeout to Gavin Miller, and then on an 0-1 pitch, Cooper McMurray homered to right center. His 6th home run of the year, Auburn's 2nd of the night. Tigers lead at 8-2 with Garth Brooks singing Friends in Low Places at the ballpark. First to face King is a pinch hitter for Auburn, Cale Strickland. Chopper left side. Third baseman cuts it off, fields and throws, and gets him at first. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and no one left for Auburn. 8 complete in Madison. Auburn 8, Troy 2. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Mike Lutzenkirchen.
You know, he's one of 4 kids. He's got 2 older sisters, a younger sister, and I think our fans typically look at these kids that are so big and think they're adults right away just because of their size. He was a mama's boy. Had a great relationship, unique relationship with each of his sisters. To me, his nickname was Boof. Boof, I don't even quite frankly remember how it all started. Boof. You know, I'd show up on sidelines of games here at Auburn. The girls be like, so how quick do you think you'll get on the sideline this game without a pass? I said, I don't know, we'll see what can happen. And I'd be on that sideline. He'd be coming and run across, doing that one stretch from sideline to sideline. He'd just look at me and goes, of course you made your way down here. And Phil was my best friend.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
As we go to the ninth inning, Auburn needs 3 outs to secure its 13th win of the year, and they will turn to Tanner Bauman, another guy who is figured to play prominently in this weekend series at Vanderbilt, and he'll try to close it out. The senior from Jacksonville, Florida, 6'4", 225. The lefty Bauman is making his 5th appearance of the year. Tanner 1-0 with an earned run average of an even 3. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Teams are hitting 190 against Tanner Bauman. He is the 4th pitcher of the night for the Tigers. Will Cannon gave up a run on a solo homer, no walks, 3 strikeouts, 2 innings of work. Will threw just 32 pitches, and he threw 22 of them for strikes. Auburn pitchers through 8 innings have only thrown 117 pitches. They've walked only 2. They've given up 2 runs on 2 solo homers.
That's it.
And the Tigers lead 8-2 as we go to the 9th.
Kavanaugh, Butcher, and Bryan, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Troy to face Tanner Bauman in the top of the 9th with Auburn on top, 8-2. 3 big outs to get for the Tigers to pick up win number 13 of the season. Bauman, the 4th pitcher of the night for the Tigers. He'll get Kavanaugh to lead it off. Kavanaugh is 0 for 3, and the first pitch from Bauman misses low. Auburn baseball brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait, vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. Bauman misses again low. 2 balls and no strikes. (8-2) Tigers on top. We're in the top of the 9th. Pitch on the way. Kavanaugh takes a strike. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Troy in the 9th. Bauman pitches. Left side. Miller to his left. Rights up. Throws to first in time for the out. One down. And here is Will Butcher. Butcher hit a home run in the first. Pitch to him. Big right-hander takes it outside and low, 1-0. He has walked since and struck out just his 4th at bat. One down, nobody on for Troy in the 9th. The pitch from Bauman. Butcher takes a strike at the knees. 2 runs on 2 hits, both solo home runs. The offense tonight for Troy. 1-1 pitch to Butcher. Changeup, maybe outside. 2 balls and a strike. Butcher's solo home run in the first, and a solo homer by Shane Lewis in the 8th. The only base hits of the night for the Trojans. 2-1, changeup, strike on the inside corner, 2-2. Auburn and Vanderbilt Friday night at 6. From Nashville, Brad will have the call at 5:45 on the Auburn Sports Network. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with a pitch down and away. 2 outs. And now Troy down to its final out. 2 outs and nobody on for the Trojans. Here's Brooks Bryan. Stretch and the pitch. Swing on a fly ball in the left center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Pinch hitter Jason Hawkins with that base hit to left center. And with 2 down and a runner at first, that'll bring Tremaine Cobb to the plate. 3rd base hit of the night for Troy. Auburn pitchers have struck out 8. They've walked 2. Runner at first, 2 down in the 9th. Stretch in the pitch to Cobb. Bounces up there, blocked by Wright. And Hawkins stays at first. Eight to 2, Auburn leads. 2 outs, top of the 9th in Madison, Alabama. A ball and no strikes to Cobb. The pitch. There's a strike at the knees. 1-1. Hawkins base hit the first non-home run of the night, but just the 3rd hit of the night for Troy here in the 9th inning. 1-1. Cobb up the middle, off the glove of Bauman. Gets to it, flips to first. It's high and it gets over McMurray's head. Hawkins is on his way to 3rd and he'll stay there. It was an awkward throw to first by Bauman as he tried to field it and throw while running, and it went way over the head of McMurray, and it allowed Hawkins to go to 3rd on the play. He just flipped it, and it was well over the head. Nothing that McMurray could do except go get the ball. First error of the night for the Tigers. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. And a pinch hitter is Lance Gardner. Runners at the corners, 2 down for Troy. Stretched by Bauman, the pitch. Gardner takes it low. Tanner Bauman comes set. 1-0 pitch. Gardner fouls it back, had a good cut. A ball and a strike. The infield shades Gardner to the left side. Second baseman, I think that's Hernandez. Javon Hernandez, the new second baseman for Auburn, near the bag. The pitch drops outside. Fabian is the Auburn third baseman, Hernandez at second. A couple defensive changes for the Tigers. Stretch. Now the 2-1 delivery. Fouled back here, 2-2. So McMurray at first and Hernandez at second, Green at short, and Fabian at third, and Auburn's a strike away from picking up the victory. Bauman will like a new set of signs. Time called as Tanner does something to his glove, I believe. Now back on top of the rubber. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. The pitch, it misses inside, the count is full. Cobb will get an early start from first. Bauman trying to close this one out in the 9th inning with the Tigers on top 8-2. Gardner awaits the 3-2 from Bauman. Here it is. He misses outside. The bases are loaded. And that brings Everett Tieford out of the Auburn dugout. With a very dangerous Shane Lewis coming to the plate. Lewis, a switch hitter. Homered to left as a left-handed hitter in the 8th. He comes to the plate in the 9th against the left-handed pitcher, batting right-handed. Home plate umpire out. He breaks up the meeting on the mound. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bryan at third. Hawkins at third. Cobb at second and Gardner at first. And now 2 down with the bases loaded and Shane Lewis at the plate. Struck out, he's flied to right and homered. Bauman comes set. There's the pitch on the way. Foul tip. That one got right. Rolls behind him. No balls and a strike now to Lewis. Bauman comes set. Here's the pitch. Strike called on the inside corner to Lewis. Largely Auburn crowd will start to make some noise here in Madison. Oh-2 pitch to Lewis. Missed outside, a ball and 2 strikes. With the bases loaded and 2 outs. Bauman peers in, gets his sign. Now comes set. 1-2 pitch to Lewis. Got him swinging, and that's your ball game. The Tigers come to Madison, Alabama, improved to 3-0 in this game, and win tonight against Troy. The final score, Auburn 8, Troy 2. Stay tuned, Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
War Eagle, it's a great day for Auburn Tigers to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccinations during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It's crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch